I love the music that plays during this. The music has been great this expansion. I don't know what changed, but
Oh
it's been
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, did they? I can't tell if they changed it because it says that now the Thragar one is playing.
Is this the Thragar one?
Oh,
Well,
really?
like, it said the Dornic one was playing, but now on the map it says the Thragar one it will be playing. So I can't tell if that means now or in an hour.
Oh,
It'll be
good.
showing at the top of
Yeah.
the hour. Okay, well let's just do this one.
Let's just do
It'd
it
be good
and
for
see
everyone
what
to.
what starts, and you can tell
Oh,
us if it's the right one or not.
yeah. Oh, the fugly unicorns are about. Just letting
Huh.
everyone know. Faces only the mothers could love. Once again.
Oh.
I suppose because there's no way of telling what one's going to play until it actually starts showing, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? I'll get a few more chests. That's fine. A few more radiant shards. I have to say, I do almost have 10,000 radiant shards already, though.
Nice.
I've been
Say that
doing all
again?
my
I didn't
Hello
hear.
Calls. I have about 10,000 radiant shards already.
Oh.
Resonance
I,
crystals. Sorry, resonance crystals.
I was gonna say, those shards are like really. That's a lot of shards.
That's a lot of shards. What the
Well, I
hell?
thought I thought you meant the ones from the whole lamplighter stuff in Hallowfall.
No. The resonance crystals, which are from a lot of the things in Hallowfall. You know, a lot
Yes.
of the yeah. But they're actually quite easy to do if you do all your Hallowfall weeklies and stuff like that. By the way, after experiencing all the this is what I want to just say too, and like I said, my bias is not showing. I have a huge bias here. Help. The map quest for Anchorjet in regards to the 3 factions that you can do: the
Yes.
Vizier, the Weaver, and the General. There's a part in it where you go and investigate rumors. Once you've made a pact with one of those 3 leaders, you go and investigate rumors and you talk to NPCs, and then you follow up in regards to what they're requesting. That would have been really good for a certain rogue group, either the Uncrowned or the Black Talon, and I mean the Black Talon in this case because who operates on collecting rumors and information. Anyway, it's such a good idea, and I really like that sort of element, and I do hope that they use it again because, again, I would have thought this would have been for a rogue group, and I understand why they've used it for these like Nerubians who are all plotting and planning together. But like, I feel like I don't know, would have been really good for the Black Talon. The Black Talon were criminally underused in Dragonfly, and by criminally underused, I mean not used at all. So. Yeah, so it's just a little bit like...
You're not excited about the one single new Void Elf we got, who is the only one with lines?
You're like, the one single new Void Elf? Who is this Void Elf? Tell me, please. I would like to know.
Is it Kavia?
Yeah.
Oh, Kavia in Dragonfly. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, no... I thought you meant in War Within.
No,
like,
there's none of them here.
Where's the new Void Elf in Anchorjet, who has new voice lines? No, Kavia.
Yeah,
yes.
I was really disappointed that we didn't get more Black Talon lore in general in Dragonflight. They were just kind of like... That's why I liked Kavia so much, is that she did kind of get some like interesting interactions with Rathian, and she had
it's so interesting. Like, okay, why would a Void Elf join Rathian? That's a really interesting kind of counter thing. Why would all of these massive number of allied races join him? There's a lot of interesting questions of that. In Mists, we never really got any motivation for them, but you could be implied of, they were the rogues from Ravenholt.
Yes.
But Rathian has a bit more notoriety nowadays, so what are the reasons for all these allied races post-Legion, post-Mott, post-Wad, all of that, for joining him? And who knows?
Yeah, and the thing is that Dragonflight does nothing to solidify that. I mean, if anything, Dragonflight once again makes it weaker because Rathian doesn't really show any sort of respect for the Black Talon, except for Kavia in the end. I mean, like, we have that bit where he's like, they'll just die for me anyway. It's like, It's not good.
Yeah, and in BFA they kind of set up this idea that, oh, the Black Talon are like honored. It's like if they believe passionately in Rathian, like whatever he's doing.
And
Like,
he believes in them. They made that very explicit moment of like,
yes.
oh, he stops, he honors them, he wishes he could stay to more and more.
Right.
Exactly. Like, that was really, really clear in BFA. And the thing is that, like, he didn't put his Black Talon in danger, especially with, like, he wanted them to do things for him, and they were dangerous things, but he didn't disrespect them for doing that sort of stuff. And also, like, it actually clearly notes in the actual text, it's Rathian takes up the most dangerous thing, which is continuously reading Old God text with the risk of corruption, you know?
Okay, let's see if this is the one. Yes, it is. Okay.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so we got a new watcher here.
Behold, beloved Earthen, I have generously provided you with a new leader, Dornic.
I am Watcher Dornic. Under my leadership, the Earthen shall reach their full potential. I command you to celebrate my arrival.
I do love how the voice acting is very clearly characters in universe doing bad voice acting.
Yeah.
Now that the Keeper is gone, get to work, you blockheads! I decree that you shall triple your production rates, or I will punch you down the core way.
No!
Oh no! That's horrible! And then the fucking evil laugh. Okay.
Oh my god, that's great.
I was teasing at first, but I actually see
It's very charming.
silliness.
Like, it's a fun way of getting lore because you were clearly getting it from their very biased perspective of like the most hammy cartoon villain.
What is he doing? Dornic's brutality knows no bounds. I have made a terrible mistake. Rise up, my children. You have my permission to rebel against your cruel watcher.
Traitorous Keeper! Wretched Earthen! You will all regret this!
And who is this mysterious keeper?
This is Arcadis.
This is worth it just for the voice acting. Oh my god, it's so funny.
And notably too, I mean, continuing on from a little discussion we were having earlier, the orbs as a clear edict of the Titans.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay,
We're
we'll
all
be here a
looking
while.
deep. This is mysterious. Oh, hold on, I'm helping drag his body into the lime pits too. Hold on.
From this place.
Is this that arm that we find on the island over to the west of
I
Isle of
believe
Dorn?
so, yes.
Yes.
Which, that thing was like he was about to initiate shutdown for all of them.
Yeah. And the Earthen were definitely like, shut down this! Oh.
Oh, okay. He
Oh,
got
yes,
stuck.
it's
He
on
got stuck.
Dragon. Oh no! He's stuck on the tiny lip!
No.
He can
Gang, we have
literally
to drag
take
him
it
to the side! We have to... Gang, we have to... Yes!
There we go.
Yes! By sheer force of will, the Earthen have succeeded!
Will regret this, Earthen! My sister Galan will strike you all down!
Do not worry, my stone-born children. You will never have a cruel master again. You are my bedrock. You are my foundation. You are my beloved.
I do love these little lore drops, and also the ominous nature of these lore drops too.
Yes. And how clearly, even from these Unbound, they're very propagandized
Oh, yes.
in favor of Arcadis. Like, oh, the actual Keepers would never do that. It's just this one
Yeah.
evil one.
It's just this evil keeper. Oh my gosh. Actually, that's one question, lore-wise, that you may be able to help me with, Port. Has it ever been noted how the keepers are made? Are they made in the same way that the Earthen are made?
Not explicitly, no.
Mm.
We kind of just know they were made by the Titans directly
Yes.
when they first started ordering Azeroth, but we no longer know how many or where they all are.
Yes.
We used to, but
Yeah. And there's certainly like keepers who were more of the favored keepers by their
yes.
yes, like Odin.
Well, like that's the only thing.
Arden.
Odin probably knows who all the keepers are, but he sure as hell is not going to tell us.
Yeah, exactly. Look, as much as I don't like Odin, he's actually a more.
Yeah.
I think
The only
he's
time
quite
I've ever
nuanced.
not liked his writing was in Shadowlands because they made it very. He is the good guy. Helya is the bad guy again.
Yes, it's like.
I loved him in Legion because he's
Yes.
horrible, but
Yeah.
the characters in universe don't know that, and
Yeah.
the fact that he's horrible doesn't distract from the fact that we need him for the fight against the Legion, where we didn't need him in Legion or in
Yeah.
Shadowlands.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, he's sort of a, like you said, because of the power that he holds, and then also his own biases. You know, it makes him a good character. He has his own intentions essentially there. So, for better and worse for himself. So yeah. And like
Okay.
I said, yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, everyone who's just tuned in. By the way, we've just sort of opened this video, a kind of a cold opening of us going, hey, we're going to the theatre and we're looking at these titans, right? Sorry, keepers right now, and the earthen recounting all their mischief here. And also, this also probably implies that the earthen are essentially a plan of Kasgaroth too. Like, Kasgaroth obviously was the forger as well, so there we go. Yeah.
Okay, we ended all of this coming back from Ashkahet. Illyria's vengeance arc is done. Anduin is on the road to recovery, and now it's time for the actual plot to happen.
Okay, let's go. No more just leveling. This is all serious now. So the fleet arrives. So basically, as people can remember, Thrall and Jaina we're going to go off and get some Horde and Alliance reinforcements, and they teleported. But obviously, if there's a lot of people coming here, fair enough, they have to come by boat and stuff to bring resources and stuff like that. So accepting this.
Oh, Storm Rider Scout spotted our ships in the distance.
I like that Moira likes us.
Should arrive soon.
I know. I like. You know what, Moira? I like you too. Oh, and we can have a look through this telescope over here.
This
Okay.
is the arrival.
Cutscene time.
Oh, I like that they shrink it down for our short characters.
Resize that telescope. Okay, so we've got cool Tyran boats. Oh, this is a cool sort of in-game cutscene. Let me just say. No Zandalari boats?
They all got blown up.
No!
Oh, I love
Okay.
this shot.
Yeah, Thrall on his big boss seat there, and is that Gera?
That is
Basically-
not Gaara.
Ah, is that the one that was like his alternate from?
Gaara is the one who has his on this one. That was the one who was approaching him.
Ah,
The one there was Gorgona.
Gorgona. Okay,
She
so
is the
yeah,
leader of the war song after Garrosh.
that's right.
Must
Yeah,
mind your manners in the presence of a queen.
both
And
cool
here they
characters. I
come
don't mind.
now.
I mean, a little bit crazy with it being like this is Thrall, but from a different universe.
And
Well,
apologies for the
she's,
delay.
she's still a character here. So okay. The Alliance and Horde have arrived.
The time for dreaming is over.
Oh, now you teleport.
We will brave this darkness.
Oh, Trellian has dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Be careful who you trust.
Tyrellian says, it took
We
time
will
for us to assemble
rebuild the
fleets. The
strength
armistice
of the
between the
Alliance.
Alliance and the Horde is more fragile than most realise. As for me, I must speak to Illyria. There is much to be done. Our duties come first. Tyrellian presses his lips into a thin line. And so, once again, the words we want to share will have to
The
wait.
Alliance
Okay,
will prosper.
Like how
Mr.
he
White
does the
guy.
white boy in a hall smile.
Yeah,
Sending his lips.
it's like my non-existent lips getting even thinner here. And okay, so we got a whole selection of characters
Seek
here.
out my steward.
And the fleet's actually out there
Yeah,
physically
yeah.
in the waters now.
He is waiting to
Oh
assist.
yes, there they are. Ooh, oh, that's cool to see. I like that. I like that actual world change.
Yeah, that's
I
a
think
nice
that's
detail.
probably, yeah, I think that's probably underutilized in WoW. That little bit of world
There's
change
much
with
left to
story.
do.
I really like it. I think it's cool. And no one else has dialogue.
No.
There's a stay a while and
Madrin's here,
listen
though.
here with Ilaria.
Not with her husband though.
Oh,
Not
that's who
with
I
a-
assumed it was with.
Stay alert. Jaina, Thrall. When we last spoke, I was in a dark place. My grief and rage were deafening. I thought the only way to silence them was to hunt down those responsible. I know what that's like. To survive an atrocity and feel like vengeance is all you have left.
Or to think you could have stopped what happened if you had just seen what was right in front of you.
That pain, that guilt. I felt it twisting me into someone I'm not. But I assure you, I have found my way back from the edge. And I am here, with you, to the end.
It's good to have you with us, Ilaria.
We're all in this together. That we are. The time will come when I must face Xalatath again. But when I do, it will be for the right reasons.
That happened very quickly.
Yeah.
Took the words straight out my mouth. So that happened incredibly quickly.
Also,
Like,
Jaina, what's your favorite song from High School Musical?
all of this together. Like, honestly though, yeah, it's like I said, just because you can write something, we're all laughing about it now. You know, united we stand as one. United we can go against this. I know it's funny to sometimes make references to stuff, but this is supposed to be a serious moment. How else are
know,
we supposed to think about this?
This
Who
doesn't.
hasn't seen High School Musical?
I'm trying not to
I
be
will
too.
say,
Yeah, go on, Sil.
it feels like the writers are in this. Wow, I wish we did this with Sylvanas and VFA instead of what we did.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And so, what were you going to say then?
I was gonna say I'm trying to be kind, but I just feel like that was a very blunt, emotional conversation to have in such a public, official setting. Like that feels like something that should have probably happened like in the back of an inn or something like that, not like right here in front of like diplomats and emissaries and
I'm
the
glad
council
Overlord
lord.
Jayara got to see that.
Yeah, I'm
She's
sure.
very invested in this conversation.
Yeah, and Liadrin.
I get why they did it because these two are like the main faction characters, but Illyria doesn't really know these two people.
Yeah, like I said, I think again it's that whole, oh no guys, they're friends. They're friends. Don't worry about it. They're friends. I'm going to say this a lot of the time. I mean, people say WoW doesn't sometimes deserve a lot of its like big moments. I agree with that. But I also say sometimes WoW doesn't deserve its little moments sometimes just because it relies on the idea that these people are somehow friends and that happened off screen. I don't believe that. I feel like
Also,
their personalities are distinctly different and I
a
don't
weird
think
thing I only just realized.
Yeah.
Minus Khadgar.
Yeah.
This is the first reunion of the Sons of Lothar ever, and nobody is mentioning it.
Yeah, true. True as well. Like, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. I was going to summon the Wondrous Wisdom Ball. Now the Khadgar.
No, you can't. No, you like,
No.
can't even do that. Khadgar can't even be there for that. I'm shaking my head.
This is
Also-
like especially jarring because like I think the last piece of media like before Illyria's short story and like the expansion started was the Sylvanas novel where there was like a big deal made of the fact that the Windrunners hatred for the Horde in general because of like the death of their parents and Lyrath and stuff like that. So seeing Illyria have a heart-to-heart with Thrall of all people in front of like a bunch of Horde emissaries is just very jarring. It just feels weird. Like,
and this guy called Danath Trollbane.
It's very weird how, like I said, this feels like what they wish they did with Sylvanas, and
Yeah.
it really makes the point of just how badly they did her in BFA sting a lot more, because how
Oh,
many
yeah.
characters have gotten this, oh, I suffered this atrocity and I almost got consumed by vengeance, but I pulled myself back from the edge and I'm good now
Yeah.
story, and she did not. Like,
Yeah.
Jaina, Tyrande, now Illyria, and
It's like, and even did you notice that too, with one of those quests down in Hallowfall where it said that, and this is another thing that I just need to bring up really quickly, where Anwen's like, I can understand people joining cults, but luckily I had people around me so I wouldn't join a cult. And that also rings very similar to that as well, and I will say this, as someone, again, who works in law and has dealt with people who've been in groups that would be technically considered brainwashing and stuff like that. You can't just say, well, I'd never join a cult because I have a family who supports me. That isn't how cults work. And it is very much like how vengeance and pulling yourself back works too. These are all things that you can be like, well, I pulled myself back because people were there for me. Okay, fair enough. Through Illyria's story, Anduin is certainly there, but she literally only has the memories of these other people, and she's like, no,
Yeah.
I won't do it for them. I'm gonna say it's a lot tougher than that. Like, again, like with Anduin saying, good thing I have people around me, so I would never join a cult. Again, that isn't how that works, though. You can be a very intelligent, very well-adjusted person. You can fall into a cult very easy. You can be a very intelligent, well-adjusted person and feel like you need to exact vengeance on someone. It's called biases, like, and that's the thing.
that's the thing. Like, getting the stuff from the Sylvanas novel with all that is so frustrating, because a lot of Illyria's story now feels like kind of watered down versions of her plot against Arthas, of like, oh, there's this terrible atrocity suffered that I blame myself for, and the fall of this city. But with Sylvanas, A, the city actually mattered to her,
Yeah.
and B, the atrocities suffered were ones that she was forced to do. So the
Yes.
idea that Sylvanas blamed herself made sense because she was physically forced to murder a bunch of people.
Oh, yes.
Whereas with Illyria, it's more just she blames herself because Xal'atath gave her the void headache and prevented her from helping.
The void headache prevented. Yeah, I definitely.
It's the same with Anduin, where they're not really writing the justifications for us them blaming themselves to be believable to the audience, because they're not showing sufficient reasons why they would blame themselves. With Anduin, we got these brief glimpses where he is seemingly just a robot who can't even realize what he's doing, and not
Exactly.
the complicated feelings they seem to be telling us he has.
Yeah.
And the same with Illyria, where they keep telling us she blames herself, but because she wasn't really involved in anything with Dalaran, it
Yes.
more just feels like we're just sitting here waiting for her to get over it. And now
Yeah.
she has very quickly, and that's done.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Again, we want to really reiterate. We had fun in that main story. Like, we still had fun despite everything.
Literally, my only critiques of the entire main story are Dalaran and Illyria. I loved everything else.
Exactly. I feel like, though, like, what we're pointing out here isn't so much like you said, those are the main critiques here, but what we're saying here is how you can basically lift a story from, that was cool, to how do you really make this entwined in your world? How do you really elevate this main story? Like, obviously the devs are really pouring their all into these side quests and stuff, so it's like, well, how do you translate that to your main story here? And I think that's how we sort of like have been noting, like, these characters still feel so disconnected a lot of the times. Like, they have connections, but those connections are, if ever, rarely used, and like here, we're supposed to just believe this, like, these guys, because technically, let's like really think about it here for a second. Technically, while we could count Shadowlands, a lot of Shadowlands was implied to be very cut off from the rest of the world, so the last sort of major interaction of these characters is BFA, where they were all at war. And you're just telling me that they're just all here and everyone's cool with that? Like,
yeah, they don't really seem to be interested in exploring more faction conflict, even if it's not quite on the scale of BFA, like just like tiny interpersonal conflicts. Like, how would a character on this faction feel about a character on another faction based on the fact that they've had like turmoil and like death and war, you know, and have
It's my issue with the time skip. Of the time skip feels more like an excuse rather than a piece of the story where
Yes. It's like, no, that
writing the
everyone's
world where
better now.
literally nothing happens for 5 years, like not even we're in time of peace, just literally nothing. We know nothing that happened in those 5 years.
Yeah, true. But I think
Is
that they're
really
just trying to
baffling
say-
because it feels like it's just, oh, these 5 years happened and now nobody really hates each other anymore.
Exactly. That's the only use for that 5 years that they put. They're like, oh, well, you know, people are chill now. It's like, really? Are they chill? Like, at least Terrellian mentions it here, but why didn't they have, like, the Alliance characters standing off more to the edge over here and the Horde characters standing over there? And it's like, Illyria's like, I'm glad that we're all together. And
Like,
just,
also,
like,
the
one
last
character
time they
making
did that was the
comment like that.
Shadowlands intro, and the first time they accidentally had Valera on the Horde side. So they
Whoopsie
mess up sometimes there too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's just like I said, I think that's going to probably be the main thing that's going to be the point of contention with both this expansion and the expansions coming up, is that sort of weird disconnect, and like the disconnect between characters. Just I think that's just a thing to keep in mind. Please think about what connections your characters should have and what connections they want to like grow for said character. You know, like it's good to have that sort of solid foundation, because if Illyria had like maybe expansion before, but this is the expansions existing in their own sort of bubble here, this would be hitting a lot harder if Illyria was a lot more involved with her sister in Dalaran, you know, like have her engage with Varisa a lot more, so it hits her just as hard as it hits Varisa.
If you replaced either Jaina or Thrall with Varisa after Varisa, let's say, was there in the intro, but amidst her grief, she chooses to go back to the factions, and you show the difference between the two sisters of Varisa is much more used to grief, so she is able to compartmentalize it better. She is able to go do the necessary thing, do the unity aspect, try and work with the factions, whereas this is newer for Illyria, so she is still on the I need to solve this myself train. I need to exact this vengeance out of my guilt region. And then she comes back here, and then she gets to have a heart-to-heart with her sister.
Exactly, and I think they've really missed that with the connection between the sisters with this expansion. I know they're trying to fill in that with like Anduin again. Anduin is like the fifth Windrunner here or something. Who knows? It just feels very odd that this character should have this connection. However, she isn't allowed time to have that connection within the story. And I know it's like, oh, well, you know, story reasons. It just doesn't make sense, though. Again, it's like this setting and this story has room for this connection between these two characters. Use it, you know, like, oh, it'll make things complicated. Then, again, like I said, it's if you want things to just be simple all the time, you're never going to be able to correctly create these sort of connections between characters. Yeah, you'll stumble sometimes, but I think in the short term, people will appreciate more if these characters have some sort of like weight with each other, essentially, like some sort of intricacies with each other. And much like the two factions, people appreciate that more. Maybe it will not always be perfect, but at least you're trying to have that sort of faction interaction, in a sense of like which characters specifically don't like each other, which characters could never resolve their differences with the Horde, but they, like you said, Paul, compartmentalizing. They're still soldiers, essentially. So if they do need to work together with someone, they can, and that can still create interesting narratives. Who would happily, like, you know, let someone else die, or who finds it in themselves to become friends with someone of the opposing faction. It still creates that sort of interesting thing. But more onto the point, the noticeable lack of Varisa is, I think, the main thing here. And like you said, it's almost a weird sort of way that they're trying to give Illyria that sort of closure of Sylvanas, and like trying to explain, like, yes, these horrible things happen to people, but you know, you can pull yourself back. If only it was that easy, my guys. But we'll suspend our disbelief for this story, at least for now.
Yeah, this is like one of those
that's it.
things where I think that like consistency is really crucial. Like for developing these kind of like emotional throughputs. Like the fact that Varisa is like has this history of being so involved in Dalaran, like that should make her like a primary candidate for like NPCs you would want to just like have around. Like they're interested in telling a story about Ilaria.
That's really the thing for me is you don't even need to have Varisa be a main character.
Right.
She just needs to be here.
Right.
She can be on the side with gossip dialogue only. It would suck, but at least it explains that she is here doing her own thing in contrast to Illyria.
Yeah, and then you could pull her in for when you might want like an intimate little moment where Illyria, you want to kind of like explain Illyria's mental state to the audience at this point. Like, what has she learned? What are her wants? What are her needs at this point? You know, like in this point, they want to get across that she's like kind of pulled back, dialed back from her vengeance. Like she still wants to go after Xalatath, but she's not like seeing red anymore. She can kind of like think and be strategic now. So it's like then Varisa would have been there to like pull in, you know, you wouldn't have had to have like I don't know. It's just like I think like consistency is like kind of like important for things like this. Like and that's just something WoW struggles with.
Illyria has two sisters who have struggled with the concepts of vengeance before,
right.
And it would be really easy to pull at least one of them out of their containment field
right.
to
Exactly.
Anyway, that was all I wanted to say. I wasn't really going anywhere with that apart from what we just said. So
yeah, no, that you hit the nail on the head there. So it really depends on that consistency, and a part of that consistency is having characters who make sense.
But I mean, on the bright side, I think hopefully this is the start of them doing that with certain characters. You can see the rough edges now because we're at the start and this doesn't really tie well to what came before, but hopefully from here it can tie better because this is the new foundation. Like having these faction characters show up here, interact with the Earthen will hopefully make it have meaningful payoff in the last Titan when we do more Titan stuff and the Earthen and the factions are interacting with each other.
Yeah. Well, we can, like I said, fingers crossed. I mean, I don't wish for it to bloody implode. I do wish for it to do very, very well at this. So, all I can say is, please, me a desperate plea to the devs. Pretty please consider that. So, do you want to keep moving with our next part of this? Yeah, let's head over there and get going. Embassies and envoys. Envoys, potato.
I have calibrated my prices.
Okay, and then nice big room.
I love how her beard looks.
Oh yeah, she's really cute. I love that. That's a really nice beard.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of think the women have better beards than the men sometimes.
I think I have to agree with that.
Oh yeah.
I wish the women had more mustache options because sometimes they look a bit out of place with just the bare face in the middle.
Women are like, I've got to prioritize mutton chops right here.
Yeah, like this beard would benefit from having a mustache, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so essentially, long ago, Councilor Merrick's appointed me as the decorator of Dornagal. Oh, so he's, yeah, kind of...
It would be nice if he had a name and not just Dornagal Stewart.
Alfred.
That's his actual name, though. That's his first name and last name. Dornagal Stewart.
Let us continue
okay.
Inside.
So we're like, please decorate, my dear man.
Well, it seems like he did most of the work for us.
Everything you might need.
Oh, we're doing them outside.
Yeah. Placing the banners. Oh, we're doing the Alliance ones because we're Alliance. Okay.
This is a cozy area.
I like this room.
Oh, I like the blue crystals on the lamps. That's kind of a nice touch.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Also, I love it's like, I'll make the Alliance soldiers feel at home. It's like putting up flags. To remember
I feel like it's worse for the Horde ones, because at least the Alliance are familiar with dwarf stuff.
Yeah.
Supply of goods for Outlanders.
Okay. You want me to sign something? Oh, you can use a fake name. Okay, so the steward extends his hand, offering a document for you to sign. And basically, we're meticulously inspecting these It's work health and safety. I'm only using my normal name. Don't want to be more important, so I get sued when one of these flags falls on someone's head. Oh wait, I forgot. World of Warcraft doesn't have lawyers, so we're safe. Okay.
Well, they have war crimes, so they have to have
war
something.
crimes.
We just appoint random faction leaders as our lawyers.
Yeah, as our lawyers, so we're in safe hands because they don't know fuck all.
Oh no. Wait, no, we're good. Kurdrin isn't a faction leader anymore.
Oh, woof! Okay.
Okay, all these people just bringing in boxes.
Yeah, they're just bringing in boxes. So I was like trying to talk to him then.
Oh, he does have a dialogue now. He just had to stand there for a while. Oh no, there's nothing. It's
Yeah.
He just
I'm
approves.
just randomly emoting.
Yes.
My faith is my
Okay,
shield.
coming out here.
Walk always in the light.
Now, okay, so this isn't
No time.
Leodrin and Thrall being here, so this really feels like an alliance meeting, and then I got
And
shocked when I saw Thrall.
I
and
have
Leodrin. I'm like, oh,
spoilers. Leodrin does basically nothing this whole campaign. She is pretty much just here so that it's not just Thrall.
yeah,
Aw.
well, we know why, and also, by the
Like-
way, I always say Leodrin, that is the correct way of saying it.
Also, I feel like she's also here to say, hey, remember her from Midnight?
Yeah, hey, you just got what I was saying. You know how the devs love Blood Elves in a sense of like, they are a bit fond
Also,
of, like,
she's very... Leodrin is a very marketable character. They're a
Yeah.
big fan of marketable elven women, and
yeah.
Leodrin is a marketable elven woman with a
She's
very
such a
distinct voice
boss
actor.
girl. Yeah, she's such a boss girl. She's so strong, and she's a pretty lady. Oh my
Pleasant
god!
takeaway.
Like,
Also, I like how they never fixed the bug where Jaina has a raid boss marker above her head, the health bar.
oh yeah, I was
Oh.
thinking that. So I was like, why did Jaina look like we can attack her? That's for the
Jaina's
Horde
ready for
characters coming in.
battle.
You can start attacking her straight away.
The
Okay.
Alliance rule
Hey,
endures.
Mora.
You need
Ooh.
a hammer?
Oh,
Yeah.
this dialogue is so funny. Read the dialogue of the turn-in.
Oh, this is cute. You mean to tell me
Okay.
you've been an interior decorator this whole time and you've been holding out on me? Well done. You're rearranging my chambers when we get home.
Step aside, Dagran. You're getting a new mom.
Dagran now has 2 moms. Just letting you know. Okay. Stay a while and listen with Terralion too. Okay.
We will
He's
survive.
like, oh, Alleria, I need to talk to you in front of Thrall and the
Yeah,
Ardren.
no. This one's also a very intimate conversation in front of everyone.
Keep it in your pants,
I don't know if you
guys.
saw
Oh my
it,
god.
the stay a while.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was still reading her.
Oh,
Yeah, now I'm listening to it.
Illyria, when I heard about Dalaran, I would have come sooner. I wanted to. But the state of the world right now, the Radiant Song.
It's all right, Terralion. You don't... We each have our responsibilities to bear. Truth be told, if you had seen me as I was, what I had started to become,
I should have been there for you.
you were. More than you could ever know.
We stood together for 1,000 years. I'll stand by you for 1,000 more.
And the next time I push you away,
I wait until you ask me to come back.
Okay, this is very sweet. I'm feeling an emotion, I have to admit.
To Illyria.
Still, weak for these. But these heteros right
I'm
here
getting
being
a
like,
little weak for wife guy
You're a little
Terralion.
weak.
together
Wife guy Terralion.
and
it's interesting because, like, obviously this is very sweet, and they're going for very sweet, and I feel it being very sweet. But I also had this feeling in the back of my head of, this is really toxic for Terralion. Like, poor guy. He just
Yeah,
keeps
he-
having to be abandoned by his wife and
It's
waiting
True,
for her to
very
come back.
true.
Yeah, like,
And
The
the fact
thing-
that this is framed as such like a positive thing makes me think some kind of tragedy is going to happen further on in the World Soul Saga.
Mm.
yeah, I'm having a weird feeling about both of them. There's some
Because this is
strange-
very early for this. This is very early for them to be perfect loving couple right before the Light versus Void expansion.
Yeah, and the thing is that I wouldn't say it's toxic because they're very weird to begin with. I suppose
Yeah.
toxicity depends.
It's
Like
toxic is a strong word, but it's very skewed in the power dynamic.
Yes.
Where
Yeah.
she very much holds the reins on when they get to be intimate versus not. in some ways,
Sorry.
hey, now she's finally even more like Sylvanas, because that's kind of how she was with Nathanos.
And also the Windrunner sisters share these similar traits. I will say this. I'm going to say this. Obviously, they're a very strange couple to begin with, so a lot of this is like slight coping. I mean, there's no way of a normal person being like, wow, this is a relatable story. Being alive for thousands of years and having this weird relationship where you're stuck on the planet with the person that you love, having to fight for your life. I don't know. I can't really say I've done that. I will get back to you if I do that in life sometime, though. I
can't say I've ever mind controlled and tortured people with my spouse before.
Couples, activities, oh my god. Anyway, I do like their interactions essentially here. Like I said, they don't have the healthiest air quotes relationship, but obviously they do care for each other. However, this has got more warning signs on it than a bloody flight conductor in front of an aeroplane.
Yeah.
There's something going to happen here, and I'm not sure what it's going to be. I don't know whether Terralian's going to die or Terralian's going to be turned to the side of
I think
evil.
Terralian is going to die because
Yeah.
he has had death flags on him since 2007.
Yeah, it's just something about him, like
the first introduction to Eretor as a character was, oh yeah, I had a dream of my father dying in my arms, and then when Terralian finally got reintroduced in 1,000 Years of War,
yeah.
the first vision he gets from Zira from the light is, oh yeah, I'm dying in my son's arms and I can't hear what he's trying to say. So, I feel like that's kind of a matter
dying in
of
his
time.
son's arms. I just like a question. So yeah, like there's something going to happen here, and especially with how early, because I tend to feel that Blizzard does a lot of like caring or romantic scenes after the fact that it's happened. Like take Jaina and Caligos, for example. It's like we have a touching scene with them after their relationship is kind of concluding, and it's like, oh, that's nice. Okay, you're getting some sort of resolution here. You know, we get a lot of stuff after the fact, and this makes me go, why is this so early, them like reinforcing how much they care about each other? So it's definitely giving some sort of energy here, and it is probably a not good with those capitalized there. Not and good, both capitalized, but one of these characters. And because Illyria is the marketable lady here, unlikely it's going to be her. So it's either going to be Terralian is corrupted or Terralian is killed. And my vote, though, is that he's not going to die. He's going to be corrupted first by the light, and then he's going to have to be killed in either midnight or something else. And that'll be the dying in his son's arms, because, you know, we have to take Eretor to a raid or something, which is very fitting for the midnight, you know, with elves. More elves than one can care for expansion, essentially. So, yeah, I have a feeling about that. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, of course, like I said. So, we'll wait and see in regards to that. But yes. Yeah. At least it's a touching moment now, though. And like I said, we could be completely wrong. They could just be turning the leaf on, like, actually developing the relationships between characters who should have relationships. You know, like, it's like, okay, these couple are married, and I'd like to see them act like they love each other at least. Even if it's in a kind of a weird, fucked up kind of way, I'd like to see them, like, say that they care about each other. That's nice, you know. Like you said, so I'm feeling some kind of an emotion. Could be indigestion, but either way, don't mind that. Okay, so the gang is all here. Let us go and turn in this quest with Dagran.
To Dagran.
My little beautiful baby boy. I'm your new mother. I mean, you also have your old mom, but I also have me as your mom now too. I cannot believe. The archive is back online, and this ancient transporter, eyebrow raise, is active again. Brinth and I are both going to find out where it goes. I guess there's only one way to find out. You ready to go with us?
I advise you to look at your hand when you're using this teleporter.
Yes, I think I know what this is a reference to because I may have spoiled myself a little bit. Let's use this teleporter.
It works.
Hmm.
Books are gems.
What was in our left hands just then?
Oh, the Heart of
Oh.
Azeroth.
Hmm.
It's a Titan vault. And it's
Just whip that bad boy
just
out of
like
our
the
pockets.
Chamber of Heart.
Okay, so this is just literally the Chamber of Heart because it even
Also-
has.
When did he see the Chamber of Heart?
Good question. I don't think he's actually been to
Shut up.
Silithus.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
Maybe he
this.
just visited his grandpa at some point.
Exactly, and I'm gonna roll with this idea that like, I think I mean maybe he visited Magni here in the Heart Chamber. He was told about it with someone. Like I said, Rathian is a friend of the Bronzebeards. You know, like the Bronzebeards are the only hitters for him. I will say. So maybe
I got
could have.
distracted.
You know what? I'm suspending my disbelief there. You know what? Someone could have shown it. I mean, and he is a nosy bugger, which I appreciate, which I love about him.
Dagran
So
has
he
really
probably-
cute text here if you click on him about Brinth feeling part of his family now.
Aww. Okay, that's cute. That's nice.
That's adorable.
On to adventure.
Also, Brent,
Brent has a very.
No,
Oh,
she's
dang.
glass. It's the.
Yeah, I think we're all floating.
We're all floating.
We all float down here.
I've got my clown suit on underneath my transmog here. Okay. There's always another secret. Fascinating. This is clearly a chamber meant for a keeper, but for what? I think we could help out. Also, why is there a... Why... Oh, the door disappeared now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh no, it's back.
Oh, is it back? Oh,
It's
shit.
back when you accept the quest.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like,
a
this
very
is a
suspiciously.
nightmare door.
Yeah.
This should not be here. This should not be here. This was Rathian's fucking door. Okay, what's hidden beneath Dornigal? Strange. The mechanism and console here is receiving power, but I cannot initialize the reboot sequence. Dagran's query may have to wait. Basically, they want to ascertain what is this vault of memory. Okay, this is memory, not the heart chamber. Very, very big difference. Okay, gang. Okay, no, the door is back.
Yeah,
The
now
door
it's
is
back.
back.
Have a go.
But instead of dragon aspects, there's boxes.
Okay, so clicking on the middle. The console surface is adorned with shifting
Oh.
patterns and pulsating jewels. And we're all going through. We're all zooming through. Let's go. Oh, we have to... Oh,
Yeah.
damn, this is a difficult puzzle. Holy shit.
Really
So
hard.
confusing. Really hard. Really hard here, gang. Just to Dobby, my girlfriend here, did you know she couldn't do the nightmare tangles?
Oh,
And she
no.
had to get me to log in and do the nightmare tangles for her. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I'm doing my girlfriend dirty here. She did not do them. But I can't do slide puzzles
Is-
though,
is-
so fair enough.
Is Sam is Sil just a floating hammer for you too?
Yes.
Oh.
Still is just like you're just floating there for a second still, and you were just a hammer. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got a big ball now. Love a big ball. Okay, and it's
what?
thrumming with life. Okay, Brent.
Okay, just we have a ball now, and now they will do stuff.
Okay. Returning the mainframe. Okay, what's Dagran saying here?
Oh.
Stay a while and listen.
I haven't heard this one.
They're talking.
Conversations will take some time. Dagran and I can handle it from here.
Another puzzle to solve? Right. Let's do this. Tell Ma not to wait up. I read about this. I feel the Earth have come a long way since last we were here in the archive.
A factual statement. When I first answered your queries, the archive was lost to us, as were the Stone Vault and Awakening Machine. But now, we have a future, and slowly we will also have our past. Largely, we have you and your clan to thank for it.
You needn't mention it, Ice Speaker. I'm just glad you'll be around for as long as you were meant to be.
Thank you. I will admit that I approach that prospect with some trepidation. The earthen that are emerging from the stone vault will take our culture to the ends of Azeroth. But who knows what lurks here in our past? What will we uncover about our purpose and the Titans?
I hadn't thought of that. Well, come what may, I'll be here to help you.
Your continued assistance is appreciated. I feel, you have made me feel as though I am part of your clan.
To properly be part of my clan, you'd have to marry my granddad or the like. But that wouldn't work for many reasons. That was a joke, Prince. You'll always be part of my clan. Blood, water, or stone.
Whoa! Oh! Holy shit! Yeah, a joke, Dagran. Oh, I see how he's Mr. Matchmaker here. God damn, he's like, well, if you married my granddad, he's really lonely.
I love that. That's amazing. I can say the stuff they're doing with the Earthen is kind of exactly what I wish they did with the Drakthir of uncovering their mysterious past and grappling with what that meant. We never really got that with the Drakthir, and that's a big shame.
I still don't know why Neltharion even made the Drakthir, in a sense, other than
it's explained in the book. It literally is just soldiers.
Yeah, exactly.
He just wanted advanced soldiers, and the Void semi-manipulated him into doing that.
Yeah, but the thing is that wouldn't you make just full-ass size dragons, though?
Well, the whole idea was that he wanted... They have plenty of dragons, but they wanted the combination of draconic essence and mortal potential to combat the Primalists as a whole. But again, that's never really explained in the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I should reread more of the Scout Points.
It's very funny how I never actually finished. Oops. Despite me not being excited for them at all, I am loving the Earthen so much.
Oh yeah,
I am too.
I feel like the world building has just been way better for them. I've just got to say, like, it's been way more engaging than the Draktheirs, even though technically the Draktheirs should be like 10 times more interesting, right? Like, it has all this like dragon lore that you could delve into, but I don't know, I'm just making a vague hand wave.
I think the problem with the Drakthir is that they were primarily presented as soldiers. We never really got to see, with some exceptions.
That's what's so weird is in like the archaeology stuff they introduced the idea of like, oh, they have Drakthir culture, but
we don't see what that is.
Why would they have a culture? Because the whole premise of the story is that they were only made to be soldiers. So what culture did they have that isn't just small deviations of dragon culture that Deathwing made them use?
Yeah, exactly. So, and even then, it would be specifically black dragonblight culture too. So, but then again, we didn't really get that.
Yeah,
we get fuck all on that. So
we got small, nice mentions of it from Veritas, but not main story.
No, like I said, we got that one line. It was like, you know,
we got black dragon culture. We know that black dragon culture is bad.
Yeah. They should change all that shit. Change all of it. Like, oh my god, who even cares? Like, you guys wanted to hold on to any sort of, like, remnants you past? Get beef for real right now.
that was really cute. I love Dagran. I love... His voice acting is so good, and... He's so quickly become such an endearing Anduin. He feels like Anduin in Cataclysm for me, where...
Yes.
I think a lot of people didn't really realize just how much... forward narrative potential he had until Mists of Pandaria, but in Cataclysm he was just kind of a character who was present and was really endearing in his short amount of screen time, and Dagran feels a lot like that.
Exactly, I totally agree with that too. And also, the Earthen are clicking with me. I really do like them. They're very good world building. Like I said, the world building has been top notch for them.
I think for me the Earthen work because we see their military, we see their politics, we see their personal side especially, so I think they just really did like a great job
The
of like,
Unbound really help.
yes, they do.
I almost feel like they should have done that for the Drakthir in a way. Not like directly Unbound, but like, oh, have one Kresh wake up early, but they're still stuck on the Dragon Isle. So when we get there are Drakthir who, in the 10,000 years that the Isles have been locked away, developed their own culture. So then you can kind of have almost a Pandaren situation where the player is one of the soldiers, but there is an existing Drakthir culture that they need to start intermingling with in the mainland. And I feel like that would have been an interesting way, because that's the part of what I think really makes the Earthen work, is they have the Unbound, and the Unbound have this separate culture they formed, but it's still interacting with the Oathsworn, and it makes them all feel like they're still a unified culture despite having these two factions.
Yes. Yeah, but totally agreed with that.
Yeah,
Actually, that would have been a bit more engaging, or at least, I'm sorry, Sal, I've sort of cut you off there, but I'm just going to say one thing, or at least have Adamantia, who would have been maybe woken up beforehand, so at least we had a black dragon with a few Drakthir awakened and they're doing their own little thing, you know, but that plot went basically nowhere too. And go on, Sil.
Yeah, I think that's like, the Drakthir feel like a little bit stunted in that way, and that like not a lot of thought was kind of like put into like, okay, like how would these lizard creatures who've only known like a life of like servitude, basically, who are only built, you know, with this very specific purpose in mind, how would they, like, what kind of conflicts would they got into that like a little bit with Sarkarath, but they don't really think about it, I think, from a world building perspective. Like, he's just purely a villain, and that's kind of like how they flesh him out, is like as an antagonist.
It felt like there was a lot of opportunity after Sarkarath too, with like Wing Lord Desrin and what they would do, but that gets resolved in one very short side quest that is Drakthir only, and then their story is just done.
Yeah, it's don't know what happened with the Drakthir. I think that the devs were hoping, like I said, I've said this before, hoping that 10.1 was like this big click for the Drakthir, but it did like the exact opposite. It just, I don't know whether it was like the idea that Emberthor was going to be like the champion that really engaged. Like, this is the thing, people who like dragons tend to, and I'm saying this very nebulously, like social media, people tend to love Emberthor's design and stuff like that, but I think she sort of failed as a character in a sense that it was like, it was very strange in 10.1, like I said, the convoluted plots and like too many ideas all at once without having a very clear direction of what they wanted to sort of analyze there. I feel that the Drakthir story should have been examined far, far away from 10.1's story of the idea of the Black Dragonflight and the aspect. And I think that they thought that just having one Drakthir there and that having the enemy as a Drakthir would contribute something to their lore, but it really didn't. It wasn't very well thought out in that sort of measure. So anyway, that's
totally unrelated tangent. I always love looking up in these chambers, those ominous faces. They're just so funny.
Oh yeah, the faces staring down at us here, the looming faces.
I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Yeah, they're everywhere in Ulduar.
They're looking down at us and hopefully agreeing with our Drakthir takes here.
Yes, we agree. Drakthir story, not good.
Drakthir story fucking sucks. Anyway, there we go.
Okay. We're a whole like 3 quests into this.
Okay, yeah, let's
Okay, let's get a move on. Okay, preparing for the unknown. Right. Okay. This will be a long process. There are many Titan relics I can use to keys to unlock information in the mainframe to repair it. May make the process go more quickly. Only time will tell. You have helped us, and you know it's really good that we've discovered this. Okay, excellent. We'll go back to Moira.
There you are. What was all this fuss about in the archive now? Well, I'm listening.
Well, I know where to find Dagran if I'm missing him.
Yes, he's in the chamber.
It's good to see him so happy and in his element. He's done me proud. Thank you for helping him along the way. Oh, that's so sweet.
Aww.
I love them so much. This is great.
Oh, so this also is like the intro to all the max level stuff. I didn't realize that.
Mind yourself, champion.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so everyone's wanting to pledge the support for their upcoming conflict against Xalatath. Okay. Also, I love if, you know, from a certain perspective, it's saying this to like these random characters. Hey guys, there's an evil being who's threatening our existence. Would you like to lend a hand? I mean, I guess I would. You know, it's okay. Okay, delves, bountiful delves. Oh,
I think, do I have any of those key shards?
oh yeah, I've got my dirigible because I've already done all my delves.
Oh.
Yay! Oh no, wait. Oh, I don't get it. What do I have to do? Ship it.
Where are the coffer key shards? No, I have the restored coffer keys.
Don't do anything I
I just need to get a new one? That's
Oh,
weird.
coffer key shards? They should be in your inventory somewhere.
They're not meant, they're in the currency tab, but I can't do anything with them because I already have them.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Also, I love how Dagran literally made that flying machine, so he's
Yeah.
also an engineer.
It's cute.
This little man has so much potential. Everything.
travel safe.
Oh, I can get my ship. Oh yeah, there we go. And maybe it's to integrate with maybe another thing too, Port. Like, if there's an item in your bags, maybe
Oh, yeah.
that you can combine with those extra shards. Like the shards have to be in currency, but maybe there's an item. In your bags
We need to tell her that. Come read this dialogue. We need to tell her that Uda's alive because this is sad.
Oh my god, where's Una then? Where's she?
She's down there. She was one of the captives that we free with, like Katie and Mira and
Oh,
Savor.
Oh yeah.
Ashkahet, yeah.
Ashkahet, okay. Well, like I said, I was talking to Sil about this too, Port, the other day. Like, there's 2 upcoming patches, obviously, which is a bit unusual. Weren't we just getting, like, for example, for Dragonflight, we were getting 0.7 patches, essentially.
Yeah, well, we are getting both of those.
Yeah. We're getting 0.5s as well.
Yes.
Were we getting those before? I forget. Or was it only certain times?
That's only started in Dragonflight.
Only started in Dragonflight. Okay, so
But
yeah.
Both 0.5 and 0.7 having story only started in 10.1.5. 10.0.5 was just, here's this storm thing, it exists. Go get loot.
Go get loot. That's right, because I was like, were we always getting 0.5 patches and a 0.7 patch? I was like,
No.
Was it one or the other? Yeah, okay.
BFA and Legion. Legion what was started the 0.5.
Yes.
But back then it was mostly just 0.5 was the separation of the raid
Yes.
from the main patch.
Yeah.
But nowadays they just do that as a time gate of the main patch, and the BFA started the 0.5 being a separate story all on its own in between the patches.
Right. Okay. There we go.
And then Shadowlands just kind of didn't do that.
Forget all that. And now we brought it back again. There we go. I'm actually really looking forward to War Within's like story patches.
Yeah.
So hopefully the 0.5 patch coming up, because it seems I don't want to say it seems like minimal, because it should be minimal. It's only a 0.5 patch, you know. It shouldn't be
I forgot. That's the first chapter done right there.
Oh, okay. There we go then. We got that sorted. Now, where to next? Where is our next pickle? Oh, there.
Yeah.
Okay. But notably, other than the anniversary, like actually having story-focused patches, quite okay. Like just having some transmogs for people who maybe not as interested in story, to just encourage them to maybe like either play through or a new vendor or something. But I like story-focused patches. It gives, you know, adds more to it again. More stay a whiles, guys. I encourage that. I encourage that a lot. Okay. So there we go. That was quite easy. Okay, now
Yes.
chapter 2, Against the Current. Trellian and I'm gonna pronounce his poor orc's name because I just always pronounce it Gaera.
I think it's just Gaara.
Gaara. There we go. And the New Earth and allies as ground forces, but we will need some more than that. We'll need the Storm Riders. Okay, so Beilgrim, as we remember, is dead as a door
Oh
now.
yeah.
So we need a new, obviously, group of Storm Riders. I'm picking up here.
Yes.
Oh,
Thrall now
Thrall.
finally gets
Oh.
plot relevance.
Oh, thank you,
I was gonna
Thrall.
say
Yes!
Thrall finally gets
Oh.
to do something.
Random spider baby
Is
here.
this all that remains
Random
of the
s-
Storm
oh!
Riders?
I would like to see a random spider baby.
I would like to see the baby.
I would like to see the baby. Just oh my god!
Webster! Oh, he's so
my
cute.
God!
Oh.
Oh, I love his coloration.
I like how the
Purple.
Rivermages just randomly send babies into the capital cities as their messengers. Like it's not,
Now-
they're not even animals; they're just their own babies.
I'm going to bring up this question. How do we know that the babies? Or are they just small Nerubians?
Because they're cute.
Because you can talk to them in the Weaver's Lair if you choose her for the week, and all of
This
the eyes of the
babies?
Weaver are in fact children. Yes.
Oh my god! This is like Oliver Twist all over again. My goodness gracious. Weaver, more like Fagin here with my little orphans that I sent to do my evil tasks. Okay.
Maybe they're
Real
happy
baby.
to go out and explore. I don't know.
The children long for the
The children long for
long for employed work.
Oh, I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm getting distracted too. Where's Thrall?
he's over here.
The children long for the mines.
Conversation initiated.
Okay.
They're
Oh,
really
so
out of it.
head injury. Whoa, shit.
For a rock person, that must be a big head injury.
Yeah, she turns around and just the back of her head's missing, and we're like, whoa, holy fuck. Okay, a little bit unnerving. Okay, severe. Are you okay? My shoulder. Don't. Oh shit! So it's the only thing holding his arm together is these pauldron. Okay. So all the storm rooks have gone too. God damn. Are you okay? And this woman has severe PTSD. Dear Lord. Okay, and Storm Rider Hunfred has 1,000-yard stare. We're just getting straight to the point here, right, guys? Okay, doesn't even look up at your approach. Hello. Takes him a moment. I'm sorry, were you saying something? Would
We
Baelgrim
need
have
to
told
ask
you anyone
someone
else who
who
could
knows
summon
everyone.
the Storm Rooks?
Lucella, may we speak to you?
Okay, so, yeah, the Storm Rooks are elementals, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, I can't believe what has happened. So many Storm Riders lost and poor Storm Rooks. They have been dispersed back to Skywalk, a place they haven't seen in Titan's knows how long. They must be so scared. Do you know how to find more Storm Rooks, Madame?
Fish to water.
Girl, you're walking
She is
backwards.
hiding something. Follow her.
She used... Oh. Do you really think she may be hiding something, Thrall? Just,
Sometimes
used-
Metzen's voice can be really menacing when he wants to be.
yeah, I was like,
gonna
Thrall's
say.
taking this really seriously. And that's fine. I need to follow her.
Follow
I'm like,
her.
Friend,
follow her
we
right
don't
now.
want to harm
Oh
you.
shit!
We must continue.
I want a
our
Stormrook
journey.
called Beauregard.
Now is not
This
the
is
time
the
to
new
move.
sort of level of name.
Now is
Okay.
the time to
Shaventra.
fight.
Sorry, she was just protecting me. I lied to protect her. But you don't truly intend to take her.
Oh.
You just want to summon more Stormrooks. Yes. Okay, I love the Stormrooks. Taking care of them was my directive, so they're all I've ever known.
Sensing,
Even so, there are questions about them. Yeah?
sensing a
Go, Sil?
flaw in the Titan's edicts. Only telling,
Yes,
having one dwarf know about
Yeah.
the Stormworks. the Stormrooks.
Only one at a time. Only one at a time. Then she has to, like... Actually, I've noticed that. I mean, I suppose so. It is like, how can we show... I suppose they could add a couple more dwarves. But I suppose it's like the guy who keeps the graveyard over there. For that storyline. There's only one person taking care of all of the graves. And only one apprentice. So, similar idea maybe.
Trust
Okay.
in the edicts.
An ancient
There is a
stone
stay a
riding
while on
outpost.
Lucella,
Meet us
Ooh.
there, champion.
not marked.
Yeah,
The
when I saw you two
Titans
coming, I
drive
had
my
this feeling.
directive.
Okay, so let's stay a while and listen.
Tell me, how is it that you were given a rook if you're not a storm rider?
Shraubendry doesn't belong to anyone. But she chose me. Besides, nobody else could handle her. She has this tendency to corkscrew unexpectedly.
It seems you were meant for each other. This bodes well. You have a bond with the rooks. Even those return to the storm. I can sense it.
Shraubendry may be all that's left. We lost so many.
So it's good at least that Thrall can actually like sense their elementals and sense someone else's
Yeah.
connection to the elementals. That's good. And it's like, I don't know whether there's any more Stormrooks. All three of us jump on a Stormrook and fly away.
Technically, they're called
And Thrall's like,
Elgarian
huh.
Storm Riders, not Stormrooks. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, technically hers also uses the model, so
It's, okay.
The ruins of Dalaran
They're all
hold
turning to
more
us and
than
saying
just
very
a
menacingly, "Where did you
They
get
conceal
those?"
invaluable
Where
did
you
evidence
get
and
those?
tells. Our
Met some
mission
boys,
is
where
to
did you get
retrieve them
those?
before they're lost to history.
State your business.
I've got some bad news for you,
Didn't hear.
Olberic.
Belgrim. He's gone.
oh, he has more
Okay.
dialogue.
You worked with Belgrim. Yes, I was his first storm guard at his side from the very beginning. We had a falling out over the binding of the rooks. I'd hoped that time would eventually bring us back together. It's hard to believe the opportunity will never come. How sad that is. Okay, you worked with this. I'm not certain. I learned of Earthen congregating here and came to
Honor the
investigate. They seem to
Titans,
include
but
Oathsworn and
don't wait
Unbound.
up for
The only
them.
commonality between them is the compulsion to come to this place. I've not seen or heard of anything like it in all my years. Oh, okay. Interesting.
May the path you
Okay,
forge
so
be your own.
Daz Ortan. So Belgrim is gone, now the others have come. Do you mean to summon more rooks now, don't you?
My eyes strike true.
So, less so the edicts and more so the pull of the elements. The elements. Okay, Conduit of the Southern Storm. Okay. I'll tell you what I told Belgrim when we last spoke. The binding of Stormrooks is wrong. These creatures are as smart as any earthen. Some I'd say are smarter. Well, if they're elementals, they are. But Lysafer seems to be different. If her Stormrook follows her willingly, then perhaps others can make the same choice as well if she summons them. To summon rooks, we need Belgrim's conduit is tucked away here somewhere. Have a look around and maybe these pilgrims have seen it. Okay.
May the path you forge.
Side
be
note, his
your
character
own.
design is great.
This Stormrook has no bindings.
Oh, he's
It
like
follows your
hood and his
direction.
hammer.
Yeah, the design of his outfit is really good.
Yeah, it's really nice. It actually looks like a mini keeper, may I just
You
say.
knew
Oh,
Belgrim,
that's a good point.
and you know
Yeah, the hood is really good. Oh,
Then
no?
you
Oh
were
no,
a
I just clicked it. Okay.
Cycles upon cycles.
Okay, we're
ago.
sort of
Yes.
interacting with stuff while everyone's like talking here. Why has everyone come here? Ask about the conduit. I love the big storm here, by the way. It's very cool.
I'm glad they did like the forced storm here for this
Yes.
section.
I love weather effects that are like are supposed to happen at certain events. It's chef's kiss. I know they're very difficult to implement, like from a technical standpoint, but it still rocks.
Even Final Fantasy has an issue with that. Of like, remember
yeah.
after you kill the Light Warden and Emmett Selk shows up for the first time, and he's all pointing to the sky, and then it's just
It's
a gray
cloud.
blob because it's cloudy.
Oh, it must be tricky to implement. It must be tricky to implement. Like I said, I have no ability to make any mention about technicality of like game design with actual sort of like effects like this per se. But all I know is it must be tricky to get those to work together, even though it's like, well, can you instance a cutscene and stuff like that? If you ask me, I don't know. So I'm just saying, must be tricky.
Oh, I found it.
Ooh. Okay, there's something dead in the main tower. These people want to see rooks. I don't blame them though. Like, if someone said, would you like to see a very cool looking storm bird? I'd be like, you know what? Can't help but say I'm a little bit tempted. Okay, just a weapon. I'm gonna fly around here too. Or mine not a storm rook here. Whoa, holy shit. Is it in this tower? Ooh. Dead body? It's like cool. Okay. Oh, and I love the lighting and rain coming through the main tower because there's an opening in the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That is really nice. That is impressive. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, conduit of the southern storms. There we go. I'm going to go all the way to the top of this tower though because I love the rain coming through it. It reminds me of a mall in our city centre. The rain is not supposed to come through the roof, but it still does anyway, because it used to be a kind of like a, how can I say this? Like kind of like a theme park at the top of a mall and stuff like that. And this, I think there's still a hole up there, so it has the exact same effect.
Affirmative. If we can get you and the conduit.
Oh, Thrall has an interesting piece of dialogue.
Let's have a look, see. The earthen may call it a conduit, but any shaman would recognize for what it is. A totem imbued with the element of air. Ooh! I'm curious to how the earthen came to discover such a practice.
This is setting up earthen shamans.
Every storm rook
I think the earthen, can the earthen be shaman?
They can.
They can. There we go.
Winds and wings carry you.
They just can't be druids. Tap him head. No stone bear. No stone bear. I'm waggling my finger. No stone bear. Okay. Charging up that hill to make a deal with storm rooks. Okay. Before you use the conduit to summon the storm rooks, we have to recharge it. So we have to, like, imbue the totem. Okay, cool.
Honor the Titan.
And the earthen across the island have been drawn to this place. Kind of a strange coincidence that you'd now show up too. I said it must be the call of the elements, right? I mean, I think the elements is one of the strongest sort of like in-law universe. Like you feel it pulling at you if you were destined to become destined to be interlinked with the elements.
Like Thrall just summons a wyvern.
Ride Shalbendry with me. She's strong enough to carry us both.
Shalbendry.
Thank you.
Oh, we're all off. Okay. So we're up here. Really like this mountain, by the way. It really reminds me of I know it's a bit different because that's like part of a Draenei ship, but it really feels like the one in
Ushergun?
Yes, Ushergun, thank you. Yes. Just like the general shape of it and like the feel of it too. Very cool. I'm digging it, have to say. I actually really like this quest too. Like it's really, really good. It feels like, I'm gonna say this though. I like how it has Thrall in it, but I feel like this could have been a much longer quest. It feels like this almost as if, how can I describe this?
It feels like we're already halfway through and Thrall has gone through his arc and now he's being the advisor.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of a bit like that, and it also feels like I should have had more quests with Thrall before I'm doing this. It feels like a max level quest. Like, don't get me wrong. It's like, this feels like I'm setting up the earthen. But it kind of feels like I should have been doing a little bit more. Like, this should have been like a whole selection of different level 80 quests rather than the air quotes main scenario quest, I feel. I suppose so, it does have that tie though, like in a sense like we need to stop Xalatath, so we need the riders, so it makes sense there. But yeah, enjoying it though. Like again, I think this is a lot with everything in the war, with the war within. I'm enjoying it. Like, as it is, I'm like, yeah, this is really fun. But I'm like, I feel like there could have just been something more here, and I can't really put my finger exactly what, but I just know that it could have been improved just by sheer volume of extra things within the questing experience, I feel. But what we're getting is really good. It's really that really complicated thing, isn't it, though? Like, it's like, this is really good. However, I can see how you could even make this better. And it's gone from... And I hope it wouldn't be a sacrifice for quality... Sorry, a sacrifice of quality for quantity. And I'd just be worried about that with the, you know... I'm just going to use a catch-all here. With all of game devs' issues at the moment with having staff at the moment. So, yeah, with the trade-off between, is this good enough to have like this, or could there be more, or is there actually allowance to have this additional bit? So hey, we're here too. Sill's walking.
Not
and
walking.
Getting attacked by
I used my storm rope to get up here.
Hold on, I'll help you. I'll help you out.
I'm surprised you haven't been using your regular soar.
No, he still likes using them out.
Yeah, I mean, I was using it for a while, but so like for this character, I was using the dragon riding mount. She's supposed to be like a black dragon, so I was like pretending that like the black dragon, the I forget what it's called, but the one you get in the Azure Span, that one with the black scales. Yeah, the Highland Drake with like black scales.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like using my mounts.
She likes stopping and sniffing the flowers, and I'm not
do.
even joking about that. How many times do you just like walking still? You're just like, oh no.
That's how I play this game. I'm here for the scenery.
It's good. You like seeing the scenery. You know what? I think that appreciating the groundwork on WoW is important.
The cracks I like in the road, the pebbles,
the rocks, and the textures here. We're loving it. Okay, so the conduit is charged, and I suppose we've all joined everyone on the peak. Okay, so, the Earthen are trusting their feelings and instincts. That's a challenge. And basically, Liv Sailor here wants us to just safeguard her while she does the summoning ritual. Around here? Oh no, we're walking with her.
Stay close. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
And now they've got an English woman for her voice.
Outlander.
Did anyone pick that up? Like she doesn't have an American accent, I don't think.
As we discussed.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Like I can understand Faerun having an English accent. Like I said, I can explain that way that she has like I'm guessing that the Arathi are quite diverse. But aren't the Earthen all supposed to be very set? Where's she got this accent from? Like I said, it must be shilly dwarfish shaped nature to be like, I need to eat haggis and have a European accent. Watch out, other Earthen. You'll be losing your mid-toned American accents sooner than ever. I'm teasing, by the way. I'm teasing. I'm having a laugh. Okay, what can I... Oh, we're just clearing these guys out.
Nothing like the
Okay, quest. Offer your strength.
Oh, cutscene time?
They fixed it?
Oh,
okay, good. They fixed it.
Yeah,
no, they didn't fix it.
Oh, yeah, there's no voices again. Oh, this is really sad.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
Baelgrim summoned the Stormrocks on his own. If he defied the Titans, so can you.
We'll just have Sam's voice acting.
The Stormrocks will know your intentions. Focus on Chris Metzen. Call them. They will answer. The elements.
At least the sound effects are working.
Yeah.
Babies!
Caw! Sorry. Well done. The Stormrocks have heeded your call. Not just mine. Theirs. The Earthen Shaman. They chose to help us all of their free will.
Oh, they get pets.
What now, Lucilla? We have a lot of work to do.
We may need to log out and back in because these cutscenes break all voice acting.
Oh no!
No. Okay.
No! Oh shit! All three of us. Oh, I like
that's
that
cute.
smooth transition. That was actually kind of cool just then. I mean, we were
Yeah.
walking on top of each other, but like we did see like the party. Then that's cool.
Yeah, we need to log out and back in.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Like fully
yeah,
exit game and
I appreciated your Chris Metzen impersonation.
I think the most impressive one was my Stormrook impersonation.
That was pretty good too.
Okay, Thrall's talking now though. That's good. I heard Thrall just talking then when I logged in.
oh, both of them have their own dialogue too.
Cool.
Oh, I was like, who's this random goblin? What happened to Still?
So, you're looking so different. Oh, he's using almost a law-friendly goblin now. He's using, hell yeah, dude. I'm doing a little fist pump as he flies away here.
Okay, I finally loaded in.
Nice.
Oh, will we all get a rook? Oh, that's cute.
The Rooks have chosen their riders.
These guys are
A true
excited.
bond
Good for
has
them.
been forged.
Okay, Thrall. Well
No
done. It
talk.
seems that the Rooks of Skywall haven't just answered the call. They were reaching out to us and they've chosen their own riders for this new generation. I'm honored to play a role in the ritual. I have been honored to...
This is not over.
Sorry, I said that wrong. Very short quest for Thrall, though, poor guy.
Yeah.
Again, yeah.
It's over now. He got like
Yeah.
3 quests.
He got 3 quests. Okay, we're done. The Rooks have
come.
chosen their riders and
And
will need
you
time
are
to bond.
needed at
Perhaps
the shore,
you should use this
champion.
time as a check-in on our other trainees.
Oh.
The Storm Riders are the traditional army of the Earthen, but many unbound and oath-sworn have expressed a
Storm
willingness
calm.
to fight at the side due to help in restoring their machines. Aldegon, Gera, and Terrellian have been busy training them. Go and see if they need any assistance. Okay.
So Alberg has dialogue, and then
Ooh.
Lucella has dialogue and a stay a while.
Oh, okay. Olberg basically says here, been a long time since any Stormrook has been summoned here. No new rook for you. I would have only... Sorry, my text is covered here. I would only have one that would have me. We are no longer binding the rooks into service, so the choice is now up to them. I suspect the rooks remember my complicity in the mistakes of the past. If my punishment is to never know the skies again, then so be it. Aw, dude! Okay,
The Titans.
what about the rest of the pilgrims here? Only just begun. So, so they're going to try and summon some more Stormrooks. Okay, that's cool. Stay a while and listen.
New Stormrooks, new riders. We're going to have to start all over.
You won't be alone, Lucella. I can help you. So can Vakmar and...
But I'm no Stormward, Olberg. I don't know if I can.
Lucella. Baelgrim was as stubborn as a ram's arse and twice as shale-headed. Do you think he knew what he was doing when he took over the Storm Perch? No. He was a good rider, but it took him far longer than you to figure out how to train a Stormrook. Sure, he went through many recharges, but he knew what the Titans had done to the Rooks was wrong. We fought about it. That's why I finally left. He wouldn't admit it. But I realized it didn't matter, the way he called them. At some point he changed. More like one of those shaman, like Thrall.
So he knew, somewhere inside. But he didn't remember?
Something like that. But you weren't afraid of the truth, Lucella. And that's why you deserve this.
I'm still not sure I do. But the Stormrooks deserve better. And I can give them that.
Okay, and Thrall did his little circuit perfectly
Huh.
on time just then. He was like, no talking from me. But I
that's
should
such,
be back
that's
to
such
the
a
end of it.
horrifying concept of just repeatedly getting your memory wiped, but then having to relearn the same thing,
Things?
horrible thing over and over again.
Yeah, I really, really like that concept too, by the way. It's a very clever concept in regards to the Earth and why it's promoted such drastic change in them too. Like, I feel like, just quickly...
It feels kind of like in Final Fantasy XIV, how they say when souls are reborn, they might not have the memories of who they once were, but they still have the inclinations.
Yeah.
And how they're still imprinted upon their soul. So even though they're forgetting what happened before, they still feel the meaning of it. And I really like applying that here to this kind of really horrifying option of, oh no, you're enslaving these things, and you keep having to forget that and relearn it over and over again.
Yeah. And then just having that same sort of like inclination towards like not wanting to be a part of it too. It's good. It's good. I like that. Like I said, and plus as well, it does create a very.
So when I have OC,
Galaxy-
do not steal
Oh,
storm rocks.
yeah, you have the special storm rocks. Like, oh my god, special storm rocks do not steal. Like blue ones, are so like 1,000 years ago, guys. Come on.
Oh.
The new thing is having a red storm rock.
Another Alliance lackey here to polish Tyralian's armor.
Oh, now we're getting like a world quest from Jaina.
I like
that's
that.
cool.
Gayara is like insulting us.
Hold on, let's have a look. See.
I like that the Macro laugh with her.
I can hear her cackling. Okay. Someone save me from all this bickering. Horde this alliance that outcome. Excuse me, ma'am. You were just bickering with your own people. I think that's a little bit rich.
Yeah, a little rude considering what we just helped you through.
Yeah, exactly. And she was like, oh my god, the Oathbound, and like, he would not protect all this. So I'm like, dude, you were literally just bickering with your own people. Like, come on, we'll all be bickering here. Glass houses, etc., etc. Complete quest. Okay. Overlord Gera. Is this what we're
always in the light?
Is this what we are to rely on to help us to defeat Xalatath, the Unbound, define themselves by their desertion, and the Oathsworn for being made of stone are pretty soft? Wow!
Whoa.
City Life hasn't done them any favors. Oh my god! Just show me like a slow motion earth and exploding right now. Anyway, we've got a lot of work to do. Get down there and give these earthen a taste of what it's like to face a real threat. Try not to knock any air quotes offline, but maiming here and there would send a strong message to the rest.
I love Kiara so much.
Fuck her, I like her too. Okay. Right, and Trallian's like, while some of these recruits struggle with discipline, most have a strong work ethic. They only need training and equipment to make most of it. What do they mean, struggle with discipline?
Like actually having discipline with fighting
the
itself.
Weapon. Fighting. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, the actual, okay, so that makes sense. Discipline in the way of using the actual weapons. Okay, weaponsmiths and armorers have been working around the clock to equip this fledgling army, but we need to get some more weapons. Okay, we can do that.
Pay attention, Orc.
Are these two going at each other's throats?
Oh, will they also talk the enemy to death?
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
Also, slow motion Tyrallian exploding now. After
See, like little things like that, I think are stuff that they need, like more of to kind of like you can show animosity like without,
Yeah.
Like
It's what was really missing in Dragonflight. The two expeditions are perfect best friends, and all that bad stuff's in the past.
They get along so well.
The Reliquary and the Explorers League were like murdering each other in droves to get the same archaeological finds, and they're just best friends.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been both of these were sent by the factions and they butt heads, but they still are working together for the same thing, and they bond through finding the information they find.
Exactly. Or even like putting him under threat or something, and
there are a lot of NPCs here.
Ooh, hold on. I'm gonna just fight these earthen.
like named NPCs.
Ooh, even named NPCs. Okay, coming over. Okay.
Oh, she tells you what to arm them with. Okay.
Yes. And this is the 7th Legion Quartermaster from BFA, which I like.
Yeah, I noticed there was 7th Legion here too, by the way. I was like, oh, who's that over there? Oh, I saw one on a saber. I was like, this one's on a huge crocodile over there, and I couldn't really see it
that
correctly.
is what's her name from Crassuring Wilds on the saber.
Oh, the one where a father died? Was that
Yes.
one? Yes, yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very narrows it down very little in World of Warcraft, but yes. Oh, I didn't even notice. They even put in a bunch of like Alliance armor in here to show where she's getting the weapons from.
Ah,
Like this is like an Alliance armory in here.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool. And hilariously enough, I couldn't barely see the weapons because of all the glitter over them.
God.
I was literally having to squint at what's on each rack as well.
His outfit is so cool.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Blood elf armor.
They gave him like the currently unusable for players shoulders, tabard, and cloak.
Oh, he looks fucking dashing right now. He's even looking at his map the correct way up. This is big. This is big for World of Warcraft characters.
Well, unfortunately not. He's looking at it backwards.
Well, he's
But
almost
if you do /read and you look at your own map, you are. Oh wait, no, they fixed it. Oh, good, they fixed it.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they did not fix it.
It's still back to front.
Yeah, it's still backwards, yeah. But it's at least right side up.
Yeah, right side up this time. So we're making progress. We're almost there. Okay, so we got Vindicator Soveros. We got Haldren Brightwing. Oh, and we got Rakera here. We know all these characters.
Yes.
That is fucking cool. Like I said, again, remember what I was saying earlier? I was like, I like knowing where the characters are generally, you know? Like, even more so like than a concept, I like just
like
being
getting to see
able to,
these
like,
two here
hey.
is really nice after how many years of being apart.
Yeah, G and Ayesa, yeah, I know. That is fucking nice, man, to say.
The last time I saw these two characters, it was like G almost getting executed in Siege of Orgrimmar in Pandaria Remix, so this is actually nice to see. Really nice to see right now.
We're not on the bad timeline where G dies.
No, we're in the good timeline where he lives.
Yeah, where he lives.
Also, a detail I really like. I mean, Desco got a new outfit.
Ooh!
He's no longer using human paladin armor.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
goodness gracious.
Oh, he looks so good. Oh, he's in the Tauren Heritage set too. Parts of it.
Also, remember how in Crasserang his 2 sons are born?
Yes. Oh, this is one of his sons.
Yes.
And he's
unfortunately, he stepped on the other one, but...
yeah, we're not going to mention that.
This one's... And because
sad.
he had to send his son away to join the Golden Lotus, he's a monk.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good touch.
That's a nice detail.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of really good details in the entities, like the fact that Gorgona here, she's the chieftain of the war song, so they gave her Manaroth's spear.
Oh.
Because Grom is the one who broke Manaroth's spear when he killed him.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good touch.
Oh yeah, also, Aponi and Tahu, the 2 leaders of the Tauren priests and paladins, also got new outfits.
Warm greetings to you.
Oh. Okay, that's good. They're going with Sunwalker designs a lot more.
It is always darkest.
They need to add Sunwalker as a title that you can actually use in game.
It still makes me so mad that Prelate is an Alliance-only title. So I can't use them as Zandalari Prelate.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Also, I would say just one piece of critique.
Her shoulder pads.
A brown cloak too? Like, there's so many, like, cloaks that are red or have wing designs on them, and they give them
I think the earthen tones kind of work for the Tauren.
Yeah.
I like the kind of down-to-earth stuff, but I do wish they'd kept her, like, big crystal hammer that she used to have, because I think this one looks kind of lame by comparison.
Yeah, I
Especially
think
because it would have matched his big crystal staff.
exactly. Yeah, that one has crystals and like suns on it. And the thing is that Tauren definitely have crystals to use, so that isn't beyond the realm of a possibility that it imbue crystals in regards to the weapons being
So I was just trying to
paladins.
point out, there are so many Forsaken in these soldiers, like so many.
Oh, there is a lot of people here.
And also, the Desolate Council are here.
The Weird Kid Club. Hell yeah! It's like, hey, what the hell? Oh, good. Like I said, so one may hope seeing all these sort of like canon characters wandering about here, and there is going to be some sort of big battle this expansion.
Hopefully,
And I have
yeah.
a feeling it isn't going to turn out well for some reason.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, at the very least,
I think
hopefully we
that's-
get a nice, hey, the factions are doing something, and then it can turn
Yes.
bad.
Yeah, exactly. At least the factions are doing so, or maybe it's like they succeed, but they don't really get what they wanted to get.
I don't know if you guys noticed,
done
but
well.
these ships are brand new models.
Oh
they
no, I
are, aren't
didn't
they?
notice that.
Because the
Me and
orcs,
talking about
poor
ships
orcs,
again?
were using the same 2010 model for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the
Oh, these
epic
look
journey?
nice inside too. Oh, this was the one
Oh,
where
that's
Troll was
cute.
sitting on.
They gave Rezokun a nice little steak dinner.
Ooh,
Aw.
okay. We're traveling in style here. It seems okay.
Originally on beta, it was High Warlord Volrath from Ashran.
Oh yeah.
But when you poke on him, even as an Alliance character, he goes, "Peace with the Alliance? Never." And it's very awkward. So I think he got put on leave.
Yeah, put on leave. It's like we're not going to talk about what he's been getting up to there. Oh yeah, there we go. Where's the coin?
There's
Yeah.
a lot of NPCs here. So many NPCs.
It's very odd that they're not using any Stormwind ships too, though.
Well, they're also not using any Stormwind soldiers. If you come over and look at the army, these are all Arathi soldiers, not Stormwind. Because obviously we have all the Night Elves and the humans and everything, or and the
Yep.
Draenei and dwarves
Gnomes.
and everything. But the humans, there's Gilneans and there's Strong Guardians, but there's no Stormwind humans.
Ah. Now, is this maybe answering my question when I was like, "Where's Shaw?" And you know what? I'm
Potentially.
gonna just and
But also,
again, let's-
I'm kind of glad that for once we're not having Shaw do all the Spy Master stuff, because every
Yeah.
time we get a Spy Master story, it has to be
it
Shaw.
has
and
to be Shaw. and
Maybe
it's a
give
little
the
bit irritating.
Horde a chance to do that for once.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but
We
it
do have
does.
everyone's favorite gnome back.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Killer Crossbows. Yes, girl, and also Tinkmaster Overspark. Of course, here he is. This little man. I'm zooming in. Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah!
I love all the details on the outfits they put in. They could have just copy pasted old ones, but no, these are all custom made new outfits with even a bunch of the War Within assets.
Oh yeah.
Like, these Strong Road soldiers look really good.
Let me see. Ooh, they look fancy as, may I just say. Oh, they've done a good job with the costuming for like both sides, may I just say. Like I said, I mean, whinging about the Sunwalkers aside, I actually do think that they do look very cool. By the way, like that's very minor whinges here.
The Worgen look very cute in these hats.
Oh, they got the little fucking hats on. Those are going to get blasted off in 10 seconds when you start moving as a walker. Have to stitch them, like pin them to the hair, I'm guessing.
They just have a strap that goes under their chin.
Yeah. It's like one of those dog hats you have to put on your dog when you have to give them like cute photos. Yeah, so, but anyway, what I was saying is maybe that answers my question. I'm like, why wouldn't anyone be like, what the fuck is up anyway? Like, why aren't you coming back to Stormwind? You know? A little bit suspicious there. Maybe it is going to be a return of the king of like Stormwind troops coming through, etc., etc.
Oh, that's cute. They even gave this one random NPC from the Reclamation of Nomergon a new outfit and a unique HD eye patch.
Oh, cool.
I never noticed that.
Oh, he's got a white eye patch on. Holy shit. Oh, he's looking cool as fuck. Man, yes.
That's a cool mount, too.
They put a lot of details here.
Yeah. This does
Also-
make it feel very big, by the way, too. And seeing like the NPCs come over on boats with like supplies and troops from the actual ships and stuff. Nice touch.
So possibly the most hated night elf in the game.
Who's this? Whoa, whoa.
Which
whoa,
one?
whoa.
Well, both, kind of, but this one.
Both kind of. Oh, Delos Moonfang, the paladin who wasn't.
Yes.
Hey?
Oh,
yes.
Night Elf Paladin. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
I
who
remember.
became the first night elf paladin by pledging to the Silver Hand.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say something controversial. Be okay with the Silver Hand if they were played as more like the kind of weirdo outcast and a little bit cultish with their dedication towards Tyr and stuff, and make them kind of
Well,
like...
they shifted that to the Tears Guard, I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like... the Silver Hand should technically also be that too, but...
But also, I think it's one of those
can't
interesting kind of things I like of... It's a cultural remnant of their past that they don't really know the origin of the name for. They just know it has meaning.
Yes. Yeah, true. That is right. Also, we ready to turn on our quest after enjoying all the sights and sounds, everyone?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I like that. I actually like how huge this feels and how cool it actually feels too.
Yeah, I do too. Thanks for pointing out all those
We're
details.
already-
I probably would have missed like a bunch of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I would have missed a lot of those too. And also, I'm guessing, like, this is the thing. It's pretty clear that these guys are going to be fighting the Nerubians too. So
Yes.
I'm guessing there's the cutscene after the raid, maybe engaging in that too. Like they're all heading down to. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm tapping my head here. We see what's going on here. Okay, you lit a fire down there, and we'll continue to fan the flames. Excellent. Terrellian, I'd look to pick an item here. Thank you. Okay. Look at him. I'm looking. Okay. Home to Roost. You've already done us a great service here. We'll carry on the example that you've set. You should return to Dark Ots Town and see these new Storm Riders you've recruited.
As you will.
You would do well to remember what you've witnessed here, Orc.
Oh, I won't soon forget.
Go, champion. Spare yourself.
Terrellian's bringing out a little bit of his second war side.
It's like, today I will be a bigot. But we do like seeing still those old wounds. I mean, they wouldn't be healed easily.
They're all armored now. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, they got some riding gear on. Yes. They don't have the full head plate, like they
And
said.
they have all
but
the
just
wild
like-
hammer here too.
Oh yeah, and they all have the.
I
armor on.
love these new wild hammer outfits. They look so good.
Oh, where's the wild hammer? Let me see. Ooh.
Yeah, these.
Now that is fitting to the class fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I like how they actually made them male sets that shamans can recreate.
Whoa, that's cool. Oh, this guy's a fucking baller. Let me just say, the tattoos look great with those sets as well.
Like even Kurdran got a new outfit.
The boys are all here. Oh, he did, didn't he?
Oh, I just noticed this. This is probably a lore mistake because he gifted this griffin to someone else, so I guess he just stole it back.
Oh.
he's reborrowing it. He's reborrowing it for fighting purposes.
Because it was a big story in Cataclysm that his griffin died, and he gifted the child of his griffin to someone else.
Yeah.
On loan.
Who did he
maybe?
gift the griffin to?
It was a gift for the end of the Twilight Highlands questing for the Firebeard's wedding.
That's right. Yeah, for the wedding. Yes, I was gonna
Gift
say.
to
it was
Ed, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone in here is actually a Firebeard.
Because then we see Skyrene in Warlords as a little baby showing up in the garrison.
Maybe she's on loan. Maybe he's training her.
Well, it's weird because we saw Keegan in Dragonflight at one of the spas, so I guess maybe they're just retired now.
Just retired. That's enough of that. I hate flying on cool birds. I don't want any more of this. Okay, does anyone have any sort of text here? Kurdran? Okay.
Oh, Carl has dialogue about Turalian.
Okay, I understand that Turalian represents the Alliance forces at the shore. His prowess and valor are known well to the Horde, though we may sometimes use different words. I wish that Thrall would have said this in the art book about Anduin, because it's like, oh my god, Anduin's so wonderful, and I met his father and him, and they're continuing the beautiful bloodline of the Rins. At least this Thrall is acting normal, like, oh
like
yeah.
He's saying,
yeah.
oh yeah, they word it very differently. We have our own phrase for
Words,
them.
as in he's a fucking arsehole. As soon as on Thrall it cuts really fast, he's like, that fucker. Anyway, so there we go. At least that's the thing too, I actually like this a lot between the two factions, is respect, but they don't like each other. And I think that's a good standpoint for writing a good story if you have to have the groups work together, as in they respect the strength and the skills of each other, but they can't be friends because they know what their pasts have been, essentially. So respect to that. It's a good way of sort of handling it. Okay, home to roost. It's good to have you back. Did it all go well with the ground forces? You could say that. Okay, hold on. I need to move away from it here. Okay. Okay, Kurdran Wildhammer has come to train the new Storm Riders in aerial maneuvers. Thrall says his clan rides griffins, much like the Storm Riders ride Stormrocks, so he should be a great help to us. Unfortunately, a few of our new recruits have wandered off with their Stormrocks. I wanted to have the chance for them to bond, but it's time to come home. Oh, so people are doing like how to train your dragon moments for the Stormrocks. I'm guessing.
Oh, this lady looks really
I
cool.
wanted them to have a chance to bond. But it's
Girl,
probably time to
oh
run
my
now.
god, yes.
I would have
You
asked
said these
older ladies.
outfits they're giving people,
She's
it
wandered
shows
off
off the
too.
shoulders, much in the Wildhammer sort of like look. Very, very nice. This guy's got 3 griffins.
Oh, oh no,
That's a
there's
bit
people
unfair.
on them.
That's a bit unfair. He's like, oh, me and my friends, me and my buddies are all grouped up together here. This griffin has, oh no, he does have a guy next to him. There we go. Just too many guys in one spot. Okay.
No, I don't want to do your world quest, Jaina.
The ruins of Dalaran hold more than just debris. They conceal invaluable arcane tomes.
So,
Our
this
mission
person's
is to
getting really
retrieve them
excited about
before
having a
they're
storm.
lost to
They're like,
history.
ooh.
Apologies. We seem to both enjoy exploring.
Trauma.
Let's go, Trauma.
What a name. My bird named himself Trauma. Okay. Next on. Oh, this guy's just having a drink and a nap. I like this guy. his Stormrock's just napping too. Hey, dude.
That's cute.
That's actually really cute.
That had better be a fiddler with a ready drink.
Fawa?
Back to work,
Fawa.
then.
Fawa? Okay, these griffin names are really, really cute. They're probably laughing, and they probably the WoW devs have probably gone through like a game.
I almost imagine they might have done them intentionally kind of dumb, because when would an earthen have ever known what's a good name for a pet?
I know, right? That's cute.
Exactly though. Beta, very, very serious sounding as compared to
That appears to
Fawa.
be the last of them. For
Fawa.
now.
Fawa.
We should stay
Fawa.
vigilant, Vatar.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Oh, we're
Mission must
gendering
always
the
come
elementals now. Okay.
Boy.
Oh.
The elementals, the two genders, Stormrock and Griffin. There we go.
I'm sorry, Lucilla.
Oh.
We cannot wait for
It's
this
weird.
nobody getting
Kurdran has a different voice actor than his Pokemons, because they just reused the
It
The
Falstad
old
Pokemons.
Pokemon, he's really, really.
Well, it's not
really,
even
really
his.
like
It is. It's Falstad's current voice actor.
Oh, it's
and
Falstad's. Oh,
but
that's
his-
right.
voice lines are a different person.
Yeah. And these
Like,
poke lines do not work very well.
No,
'cause it's
he's,
like,
he's so much more active and engaged and excited, and then Kurdran's very like kind of dour sounding.
Oh yeah.
Just like we practiced, Lucilla. The storm is your ally.
Ulberich, where are you? We need you. Initiating!
Well done. The storm has granted the rooks its strength.
Right then, let's get these birds in the air and see what they can do.
Outlander, please take Shroudbendry up. I'd like to stay in case Ulberich returns.
Oh.
Okay.
Sharbendry turned yellow.
Oh.
Oh, she turned red.
She's getting mad. Hold on, watch out, everyone.
Swinging out over the ruins of Dalaran.
I like a
May it remind you that what goes up can sometimes come back.
Kurdran. Fucking
Don't
rude.
say that. Don't say that when these riders are going out for the first ride. That'd be fucking terrifying.
Well, also just hey, this city crashed like a month ago, and all of these many people died.
Yeah.
In case one of you takes a dive.
Yes, but then we would be wet. Think of our clothing, man.
The earthing can feel wet.
Also, they have the phrase "man."
They have mad. Oh, I'd
Think
pull
of our
yourself
clothing, man.
Man, pull yourself together, man.
Well, water can erode rocks, so maybe.
Yeah,
And
maybe
also-
they can.
Not talk about caves.
Yeah.
They also soak in baths, so.
I've had enough
Oh yeah, true. They must have some sort of sensation for being wet, even though they don't really.
Lucilla sure gave you
Oh,
rooks.
power.
I think water is a
Power.
good conduit for
Power.
heat.
Forward, I
True.
would like a rest
Yes.
circle after this,
Make it a bit
just to
hotter for
say.
himself, hotter for themselves, so they can feel it easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They must have some sensation.
Yeah, they must. They must. I
Oh.
know I keep on going on about this, but I'm like,
Give Turallion a scare.
give Turallion a scare. Okay, charge Griffin straight at Turallion. Okay.
Oh,
I
that's
love how
funny.
we're all flying over. Just hit Turallion on the top of his head.
Oh, he specifically
Fly
singles out
past.
Turallion. He's like, yeah, turn that old man's hair grayer.
The old man's grey hair. Also,
Settle
hey all.
down easy. We're just getting warmed up.
Okay. Raw recruits made of stone soaring on the backs of birds made of lightning prove that old Kurdran can teach anything to fly. Okay. Oh, aerial targeting. Okay. I like these quests, by the way. Just being quite honest here.
It's a very good integration of skywriting.
Oh yeah, this feels good.
But how?
Do we just have to fly through the targets?
No, you have to do upward descent and hit them.
Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, there it goes. Ah. Ah, there we go. My conversation had only just kicked in then of how to like actually target the targets.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the Earthen are already thinking of like what the new theater is gonna be. And strap some smoke machines onto our
This would make
birds here.
quite the show.
Do like those jet
Anyone
engines,
Fancy putting together an aerial act?
jump jet sort of like stuff. Use
Oh.
whirling surge to heal. Okay. Tricky for me because I need to like power up my whirling surge.
But not bad is nearly good enough.
You process that this is a new directive for us, right?
You think the
You're going the wrong way.
Nerubians care?
Yeah, I went totally the wrong way just then. Because I was too busy looking at the cliffs in the distance. I was like, oh, we must be going back to this. I'm heading over to you guys.
I got a little turned around too. I was like a little too focused on the targets.
Yeah. I was not looking at where the quest finishing icon is. That is one thing for sure. And I love this trigger that keeps on popping on my screen. Use Whirling Surge
Yeah,
to heal.
it really
Like,
wants
heal
you to heal.
what? I'm healed. I'm healthy.
The Council of Three
I'm healthy and hay. Hail.
But I'd
There we go.
rather be riding
Healthy
the
and
ground
hay.
right then.
The healthy and hay. Healthy and hay. Okay, hail. Okay, that's the stuff. Moving target now. Okay, more aerial combat. Okay, cool.
I like it's Flight Training 103. They're doing it like class terms. Okay.
Flight Training 101. Then now we're
I
up to
have something really funny to link that I want you to put in the video. The image from that link.
I need to see this in a second.
Oh,
holy shit.
Elite humanoid corpse.
And thus ends Thrall. Metson's gone again.
Metson's gone again. Metson's
Poor
like,
Thrall.
okay, you would think that they'd be able to do a lot more with Thrall now that Metson's like now creative director again. Just walk around to his office and say, "Can you record a few voice lines for us?"
That's a
mate?"
lot of. Oh, they have a big mountain giant friend. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I really like this. I actually real good props for like how involved kind of these quests have been. I like the flying quest.
Well done, everyone. I think it's time we gave your Stormrooks a breather. Champion.
Although I think this contradicts, there was like a side quest in the Isle of Dorn where you meet like an earthen hermit and you find like an awakened giant. Maybe it was something different, but they were like, oh, giants haven't been seen in so long.
Well, maybe it's this giant.
Yeah. Suspension of disbelief again, Sil. It's like, okay, we're seeing a giant right now.
Or maybe that quest was setting up them returning in general and I just missed that.
Yeah. I think that's what a lot of the side quests is. Like, I know there's the one about Merrick's that has a lot of really good importance to why he's going along with some of the stuff we're about to see that we probably should have completed, but alas.
Yeah. Alas.
Oh, I did I did
quest.
do Merrick's side quests in Dorn.
Oh,
I think I did them all.
Oh, look.
We did that together, but then did you do the next one that was like you find his assistant again and she guides you back to him?
Yes, I completed all the
Okay.
ones that were required for the Earthen allied race.
Okay,
Well, would you guys like to do a little rundown of what happens in that quest then?
I actually don't know because I never did that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Oh, Sil, would you like to give us a little bit of a rundown?
Okay, well, basically the summary is you find out that Merrick's is living this kind of like double life as this
is he Steelvane?
He
The one
is
that was in the note?
Steelvane, yes, he is Steelvane.
That's cool.
Because his directive is to help the Earthen, and he said that he realized over time that he couldn't follow his other directive, which I think I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was like his first directive was to like lead the Earthen and have things be orderly, but his second directive was to like protect the Earthen, and he realized that he couldn't he needed to basically do some things that went against his other edict to help the Earthen, basically like, you know, getting them supplies and things like that.
Yeah.
So he created this persona, Steelvane, that basically helps smuggle goods to the Earthen who need them. And so that was basically the main takeaway of that.
That's a good explanation for why he's on board with all the Unbound stuff.
Yeah.
And also, this repeating theme of it's a bit of a mixed theme, isn't it, though, through this expansion? The idea that leadership is limiting.
State your business.
I'm raising an eyebrow here.
I mean, so far it seems like it's consistent. It's just, will they apply it to everyone consistently?
Yes, exactly. That is the real question.
Like that's been applied with like Steel Strike too, where she seems like, unlike Theron, who is very unbound by the actual burdens of leadership and has a lot of hope. Steel Strike is very down on her luck and very much just, if we survive, I will count it as a win.
Yeah.
I'm not really hopeful about anything. I'm going to keep trying, but I'm kind of miserable.
Yeah. Poor old Steel Strike, honestly. But yeah, so, much to consider. Also, let's turn in this quest and we get our little Storm Rider flight badge. Oh, thank you. And our Dallas stones here. Okay, Ulberich. I just have to walk away from him here. Okay, coming back. Okay, please excuse my absence. It was never my intention to turn my back on the Storm Riders then or now. I needed to come here to pay my respects to Baelgrim. Okay. Unfortunately, there's still bloody Nerubians here. Okay, that's fair enough.
Well, that bit of dialogue is
May
good.
the path you forge be your own.
His voice acting is great, by the way.
We have the same argument about our Stormrooks, Baelgrim. And how often
Again, that sort of like
blasted
really
Titan
eerie aspect of forgetting stuff,
wipe away
but still
the
being the
memory
same
of it.
person, but having to refigure out yourself and stuff like that.
Especially it's like, oh, like having a best friend and repeatedly losing them over and over again to the same argument that you keep remembering.
Yeah. Oh my god, talk about Groundhog Day. But yeah, exactly though. Like that's a little bit. Oh, there's a.
Oh yeah, there's another one. Nurdraskeld. The other one was Austraskeld. That one was the south one? Is that supposed to be the Australia giant?
Austraskeld, that's from the south. I wonder if it's like a thing maybe of like completing these quests, they start waking up or something.
Oh.
Because I swear they weren't.
Oh, he's just cowering. Okay. Oh, the giant over there is sleeping now.
Yeah, he's having a sleep. He's just falling asleep, standing up. Very relatable.
Oh, I forgot about this.
It's Zarine, Baelgrim Stormrook. Zarine, you stayed, even with Baelgrim gone. But you're free now. Go, fly.
Merrick's and Aragon were expecting an update. On my way here, I heard that they're all heading to the Proscenium to commit to the war officially. You should go and brief them on the readiness of the Storm Riders. I'm guessing we know whose Stormrook is going to be his.
May the path you forge, I see now. We were both right, Baelgrim. Stormrooks can be free, but choose to serve. Would you fly with me? Thank you, Zarine. We will honor Baelgrim together.
This is like everything that side quest line with the Draconid rebels was not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really touching.
The
actually.
poor Draconid got
really
like
well done.
got like a worse kind of like free will, like the right to choose your path in life. They got a better quest
I think
line.
it helps that the Stormrooks are like animalistic elementals, whereas I think they failed to grasp that. Oh, the Draconids are people.
Yeah.
I remember what I was saying last time. The Draconid story was set to fail just because of the sheer fact that it was that very uneven.
It's such an odd story for me. Like this feels like it's serving a very explicit purpose. This is a new story, but it is introduced to set up the future story of why they're all starting to go against their edicts more and more.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Draconids, the Draconid story did not exist prior to Dragonflight. There was no implication of them being slaves prior.
Yeah.
But then it was just wrapped up in that one quest line, and it didn't have any relevance anywhere else beyond an excuse to give us some Draconid enemies.
Yeah. I agree with that. And like I said, it was bound to fail just because of that sheer power dynamic between the dragons and the Draconid. I mean, how are we ever supposed to be like, no, the dragons were right in using this, like, easy, let's be honest, slave labor.
Lots
and it's
of dialogue.
Like, coming in. I got distracted by
Also,
one of the
I think they used the wrong model on these honor guards. Because these are Skarden.
Oh. Whoopsie daisies. It's like the Skarden are like, they'll never realise it's us, the Skarden. No one
They're just
expects the Skarden
massive and
Inquisition.
glowing purple and have evil red armor.
Oh yeah, they are. Maybe they needed just like big guys here. No one expects.
They all have dialogue. That's cute. Oh my god, I love this guy so much. This is my favorite Earthen now.
Which one?
Where is he? Where is he?
Oh, Stormrider Adelar.
Adelar? Let's go be fabulous! Alright! Let's
for
go.
him, good for
Let's
him.
go.
He's supposed to put a show with Fawa.
And also, notably, Fawa is the most fanciest here. She has like a little beak cap.
Oh, that's
and
cute. Yeah.
She has
All,
like the
those have like different
saddle.
bits, but that's really cute.
Yeah, like she has all the armor on though. She's a little fancy girl here.
Are you in need of a storm
They all have dialogue. Wow.
Oh yeah, true. Now you see how this was really missing from Dragonflight too? Like, even in main quests, like some main characters just would not talk to you with anything new.
Oh, meanwhile, Illyria saying nothing.
Hilarious saying nothing. Well, she's thinking about it. Okay. Oh, Kurtram wants to do a celebratory flyover. Told you he wants to get like the smoke machines and start doing the jump jet maneuvers here. Jaina, what have you got to say? The Earthen spoke with the Titans. If only they would speak with us now, but what might they say? Jaina, do you really want to know that? Okay, Horde and Alliance have done what they can, importantly, the step team Earthen themselves. Okay, Gaira. Too much standing around for my taste. The Earthen are going to fight, then let them fight. I do not understand the purpose of this gathering. Gil,
Okay,
yes, you do.
You're very Garrosh 2.0, and I love you.
Yeah, come on, Gil. You know the orcs love a good celebration. Like, come on. Okay, hey, Merrick's reporting in.
I think
This one also broken. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Yes, we must assist our new allies.
Okay, we must assist our new allies, and to do that, we must renounce the edicts forever. And Merrick's, it is fitting then that we do so here, where it all began. Our beautiful amphitheater.
Oh.
Tickets on sale now for our showings in 2 weeks. Okay, would you like to do the honors? Aragon. Let's go. I love how the climbing animation is
Councilor Grawl declare that we are all
unbound.
Oh.
Oh, down the Betless is cool too. Oh, the smashing the Titan. Right. The
I
Titan
love
control
that.
panel.
That's awesome.
Less so now. This is much less awesome.
Oh, that's very menacing.
We fucking Pacific
we might have
Rim.
to exit the game again.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Quick exit. Okay. Logging back in here. But yeah, Pacific Rim. I love how the Earthen are like, yay, we're all free. And immediately the Titan's like, you fucking think you fucking are.
See, I love this. All of the NPCs now have new dialogue again. It's such good detail. That was that's never been a thing in WoW prior.
Yeah, like that
so
was
nice. It's
not
all a
happening.
thing now again.
Yeah, that was not happening in Dragonflight where it really needed it. It was like
It feels very Final Fantasy 14 of the NPCs around us, even if they aren't saying something in the cutscenes, are reacting to what is happening right now.
Yeah, that's good.
Because they are people who are here doing something.
who are here doing something. They have eyeballs.
Oh,
They
these
can see it
ones
too.
do not.
Oh yeah.
Adelar still wants to be fabulous.
Well, that's fair enough. You know what? If I was being attacked by a giant like mecha out the sea, I think I'd want to go into battle looking beautiful about it too. So real. Okay. Hey, Merrick's.
The Council of Three Hammers.
Let's see. Titans, what have they done?
But I'd rather be riding me grip.
Okay, so the Titans have sent their ancient machines against the disobedient children. Would our creators have us protect the Coreway at the expense of all else? At the expense of Azeroth herself? Are we meant to preside over a road untravelled leading to the world's dead heart? No, today we're all unbound and we will fight for our freedom. For Azeroth! Let's fuck up a Titan construct. And the other real question is that you don't know...
You address the council ward.
We don't really know why this is triggered. Obviously it's been triggered by hitting this Titan.
Breaking their edicts has now triggered it, so clearly they had fail-safes.
Fail-safes in here.
I will go ahead and see if I can
There we go.
slow it down.
Oh, everyone's... Oh, that's cool! Oh, that's cool when you start accepting it, the other Griffin Riders head off.
Also, unique music.
The Storm Riders safe from the Titan's machine.
And to continue on my point here too, in regards to that, we don't know. It's like you've broken your edict, so this happens, right? But we don't know what Titan/Keeper has implemented this.
Else concerned, we're out of our
You know what I mean?
I love how come over here. Jaina is just soloing this thing.
Oh yeah, she's just blasting the bloody ice things there.
Like, we don't need anyone else. There's a reason why Jaina has this raid boss.
Oh my god, yeah.
She's just soloing it.
Oh, I love that.
She's ready to go. She is ready to go here.
Like, it's so funny how Thrall's like, oh yeah, I'm offering moral support to these Earthen, and Jaina's like, nope. Solo an entire Titan construct.
We're going here. We're going here. So, oh.
I love Jaina. I complain about her a lot, but I really do love her.
I enjoyed it. Sometimes her power scaling is frustrating, but...
Yeah. Like I said, it's one of those things. It's like, well, we wish that Jaina would be more involved with this or do that and stuff like that, but generally we don't have any complaints about her. Like, that's the thing.
Okay, so how are we supposed to down this thing? Like, what are we supposed to be doing right now?
You fly towards it and use upward ascent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then the lightning at it.
Attack it. Yeah.
Are these phased, or are we all attacking it together? Is it all 65% for us?
Now.
It's it's almost at like 50 for me.
Oh yeah. It's showing 58.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all on the same one.
I had to take a second because it's
hey,
heal.
Ulbrich joins us.
Also incredibly funny, it's like, please heal. I have not made the smart decision by using the whirling
shut up.
talent. Yeah, exactly. So maybe just pointing that out, that is not a good idea. Not a good idea by yours truly. Because I can't literally do my twirl unless I'm next to
This is just such fun integration of skywriting.
Oh yeah, this is great. I really like this quest.
It makes it feel so worthy that we've been flying our Stormrooks this whole expansion.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We planned this. It all came together. We're totally on the ball with this. Also, I love seeing the other Stormrooks fly around too, by the way.
We did it.
Okay.
And in style, too.
Oh, Adelar.
The Isle safe. Good work, Storm Riders.
We just fucking exploded that man.
And let our people know their shores are safe again.
Yeah, but this is the thing. We don't know whether it was a Titan who put that. Well, obviously it'd be a keeper, but
I'd imagine it would be the keeper that we just dragged through a portal in the
exactly. And it's like, was that an actual Titan edict specifically? Like, oh, just if anyone sort of rises up against you, make sure we can just deal with them. And like you said, is it that specific Titan in the play, or is it the other Titan that plays himself off as the good guy in it? We don't really know yet, you know? Like, I like that sort of level of small mystery here. Just a little bit, just a little bit.
You are dismissed.
It obviously got triggered by the breaking of the, like, air quotes, edicts here, the actual control panel, but it's still an element of mystery to it.
On a dialogue over here.
There we go. Ooh, cloudy in the city, let me just say. Okay. I'm chilling here with Ilaria. Hey, Port.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, so don't accept her quest, because that's the next chapter.
Okay. Oh, we're talking to everyone over here?
We
Okay, so Thrall's happy and proud of the Storm Riders. Very nice.
Oh, I think there's dialogue happening once you turn in the quest. Oh, wait, no. Merrick just walks over here.
Okay.
As have you, champion.
Also, Jaina's happy too. And Jaina's like, Thrall's always an excellent teacher, gassing him up. Okay, Moira's like, what madness is this? The Titans would truly eradicate the Earth and rather than let them see them follow their own paths? Question mark. Okay. Sailor says much to the same about the Stormrooks. And Ulberg says it's been a long time since I've been back to Dornagal. Okay. We're not going to mention the giant Titan, everyone. Anyway, talking to Merrick's. Storm Riders are not complete without a Storm Ward to lead them. We know who that is going to be. Okay, turn in an hilarious quest. Trial by fire. Okay, so...
Merrick's walked over here.
Yeah. Okay, the ties that bind.
Don't do Illyria's next one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do the stay a while and listen with Merrick.
I see Zorine has returned. Does he bring our new Stormward with him? No. our new Storm Ward has been right here all along. Lufcella has done what Baelgrim and I failed to do for thousands of years. She's brought the Stormrooks to Wing as equal partners, with compassion and understanding.
Quite so. But will she accept the burden of becoming Stormward, Lufcella?
If it means keeping the Stormrooks and their riders safe, then yes. Without hesitation.
Once it finishes her NPC updates.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice detail.
Also, I like how you get, after you complete that quest, that you're now friendly with all Earthen. So they go from all being yellow in the city, and now they're all green.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a nice touch. Oh, that's cool. That is really, really cool. You know what? That feels really deserved, though. I'm gonna say this, even though it feels rushed in areas, and like, I'd like that quest for Thrall. I just wish he had more quests. It feels like,
it's really a thing of, aside from some of the stuff with Illyria, everything in this expansion, the only flaw has been the speed. The actual plot beats have all been really good.
Yeah, exactly. I have actually no complaints about the plot beats. Like, I could go into like critiques of like obviously like very specific things and like how things could be made to be, you know, differently engaged and stuff like that. But what we've gotten isn't, like I said, isn't bad at all. It's quite enjoyable. Like, it makes for a very enjoyable experience. Like, it flows well and stuff like that. It just feels very fast. Like we're kind of missing some things in between, and it isn't just the side quest. I know that now. It does feel like these main characters have kind of been like, we've got such a good story for the Earth, and it feels like our main characters really haven't totally engaged in their own stories yet.
If nothing else, I'm glad they made the new Allied race so strong, because they had an uphill battle to
win people
the desires from the player base, and they've definitely done that, I think.
Oh,
more
yeah,
than enough.
for sure.
Like, this feels like, honestly, the best race they've done since the Nightborn.
You know what? Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the Nightborn came with its own controversy, like in a sense of them being Horde and stuff, you know, after the story quest before. Even though it made sense, you know, in a sense of like who they would unite and feel most comfortable with. I'd agree with that. I agree. And like I said, I think it comes out the poor old Drakthir, who you would have thought would have had a very strong story, but unfortunately felt very weak by the end of Dragonflight. And coming into this story, it feels very, very solid, like very well thought out in regards to that. Yeah, I just feel like, and this is the thing too, and I'm even sort of like, well, I don't like, well, wait and see as a concept, but this is going to be a 3-part sort of group of expansion, so it's like, okay, maybe these main characters will get more plot beats to come, but at the moment I feel like the plot beats they have had have been, like I said, kind of rushed, even though not bad. And Illyria's is like, you know, kind of middling, you know, especially the weak sort of conclusion to Illyria's. But yeah, I'm not minded. Like Anduin's feels like he needs some more, but I'm not mad at all about what we got. I really enjoyed Anduin's, right? And even though I'm like, look, I think Anduin should be held a lot more responsible for certain things, and it still goes on that idea of, oh, you know, bad things happen to Anduin and he's just coping through them, you know, rather than Anduin ever making bad choices, or Anduin like being directly responsible and then having to own up to his mistakes, even like jumping off the ship. That's just me not even nitpicking, just noting that would be strong. Strong narratively. Sorry.
I love how occasionally we just have these moments that you sound like you're literally falling down.
When I fall in game, I fall in real life here, Paul. My stomach does a little
takes fall damage too.
Yeah, I take fall damage in real life. You hear me just make like the Morrowind poison noise. Oh, anyway. So yeah, like I said, you can see how I'm sort of like conflicted on that. I'm like, I feel like this could have been so strong, but I don't mind what we got. I don't have any major complaints at the moment. Like I said, other than Illyria's kind of weak finish to a story and the pace, not bad. And like I said, the port in regards to like other things with complaint, like a Horde story being non-existent, it has been. Like, it's not been existent in this expansion from what we've seen so far.
Like, compare that conversation we had with Dagran and Brinth, where like, oh, you feel like you're part of my clan now, and that felt so earned because we spent a lot of time with them together. We spent a lot of time to justify, oh, the Bronzebeards basically saved the Earthen. They feel like they're really naturally bonded, whereas here, I really like the start of this relationship between Thrall and Nufcella, but it's the start of a relationship. It doesn't feel like nearly to the same degree of saved your entire people.
Exactly. Very, very much so. And like the part with the ringing depths and how well that sort of blends in with Brent's sort of like actions, and then the dungeons we spend with these characters and the scenarios, you know what I mean? Scenario sort of parts, and we actually see the changes, and we have like the MPs. There's a lot more meat to this story. Well, Thrall's back, and he knows like there might be shamans about. Go help him. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like I said, it's good contained, but looking at it with the wider picture, it's like, there could have been a lot more. Like I said,
hopefully it's upward and not constantly redoing these foundations like previous expansions.
Exactly. And the thing is that if they have like some really good like Horde patches in this expansion, I think it could balance it a lot better. Like actually have a very Horde focused patch. That could be good. Like actually have stories relating to Horde characters, have a raid like be undermined, but you know, it can be anything really. Like I said, no story is like something you need to totally dismiss straight out the gate. It's how it's delivered. And like I said, I feel like they could definitely bring back Horde support in regards to their characters if they sort of do that. And like I said, and then have the Alliance characters as kind of like the side characters, you know, like that's fine. Or even just have it very minimal on the Alliance characters, like, oh, the Alliance characters are just working with the Earthen and doing this, so the Horde needs to sort out this stuff, you know. So it can still be brought back, and especially in like small patches and like a bigger patch and stuff like that, I think. So but it's the dedication and like the real world building as to the Horde races and stuff like that. So yeah, keep bearing that in mind there too, because like I said, that was for all of the launch patch and like the zones, that was a very Alliance sort of like weighted expansion there. So from the base alone. So like I said, that might change, may not, but like I said, even still with Midnight, even though people are saying, oh well, Midnight's going to be the Horde expansion, I'm still going to say it still feels very Midnight feels even more balanced, because you know how elves are. If there's elves there, they kind of feel Horde-ish, but they don't really feel completely Horde, you know what I mean? Like,
and also, if they're doing elven unification, you're going to include the high elves and the void elves, which is
exactly, who are Alliance.
Already a balanced thing. And forgive me for saying this, hopefully not including the night elves, but I expect the night elves to be there.
Night Elf enjoys cover your ears right now. But yeah, like the Night Elves have had lots of story, you know. So maybe the Nightborn, maybe. I feel like
I think they have to, just because they are bonding as a kingdom so much now.
And we have to see more hetero people declare their love for each other, so we're definitely going to have like Lorthamar and Thalysra going like, oh my god, my sweet berry cherry, no, my bunny honey, and we're going to have to be like, okay guys, keep in your pants for 10 seconds, all right? But yeah, like that's obviously going to play a big part of the unification of the elves and stuff like that. So
more of Lorthamar's impromptu poetry.
Less we talk about pairing, the better. I mean, you know. Anyway, I feel like that pairing was actually set up for Midnight now, that when I really think about it, because I was like, where's this come from? And I'm like, oh, when they said Midnight, I'm like, oh, I understand now. But I don't agree with it, but I understand. Anyway, rightio. But yeah, I didn't like that bit of story there. Really enjoyable. Like I said, I wish there was, and plus as well, noting how many chapters there are here at max level. I'd love more of these like little quests. Like,
we are close to halfway done with the entire max level campaign.
the max level campaign, and this is why I'm keep on reinforcing this with patches to come. I'm really hoping that they just fill in like even more quests, even in between like large patches. If they just keep on giving us quests like this with like character focuses instead, like we've done the earthen stuff now, and I feel like the earthen stuff has had a nice sort of like, we've come to a very sweet spot in the earthen story.
Yes.
Okay, that's
well, there's more to discover, but the broad strokes are done, and they did that really well.
Agreed. And now I think with the patches upcoming, it's time for these main characters to have their own little stories or entwined stories with like a general overboard narrative. So there we go. Okay, so the next part we'll leave for our next big playthrough. We'll wrap up here and we'll kind of just like have a cold opening, because I think we could combine like both of these parts.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, yeah, have that quest playthrough as its own individual part too. So that's nice too. Also, for a second, I thought this was Meta Talk, by the way, in front of us, but it's literally a player character.
You know,
I was like, why is Meta Talk? Yeah, I was like, why does Meta Talk have red shoulders now?
Oh.
No, it is his little like fluffy collar. People love the fluffy collars, may I just say. I love the fluffy collars too. Okay. Anyway, gang. Good job. Like I said, I think that's, as we're continuing through this, it's good that they're getting that sort of Horde and Alliance characters in here, but let's see if we can see with the next characters, like next stories to come, whether these characters can engage in a way to sort of balance said story. I think that is my major worry. I feel like by the time that we finish off this expansion, I'm just worried that the Horde will not get a look in and they'll be like, that was completely Alliance focused. And like I said, it isn't fair. The Horde has a lot to contribute.
I'm sure we'll get stuff for Gaz though. I'm sure we'll get some good goblin stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping for at least the goblins to get something here, and maybe more with Thrall, because I'm one of those rare people. I'm actually a rare person who's like, if they want to do the Thrall can't commune correctly with the element story,
I think they dropped that, essentially.
They've dropped that.
Thankfully.
But I'm going to say this. There could have been a way that they could have tackled that again. Do you want me to hear my little theory here?
Yeah, sure.
If they wanted to tackle Thrall's sort of like story there and intertwine it with both the Titans and the elements that we saw in Dragonflight, and how often the elements of Azeroth and how the Titans are not compatible with each other, right? Thrall, much like we were having a little bit of a conversation before about characters connected to Titan powers or who have been exposed to Titan powers. Thrall has been exposed to a very, very strong Titanic energy, and that is the Dragon Soul.
Mm-hmm.
And not only was he exposed to the Dragon Soul, but he was exposed to the aspects, original powers imbued by them by Titans, essentially, imbued into them by Titans. So Thrall has had direct contact with these energies. If they wanted to have a little bit of an unusual story about, like, sometimes Thrall feels like don't really push it, just be like, Thrall sometimes thinks that there's some sort of like weird block inside of him that sometimes the elements can't really get around, and he's like, I don't think it's me, but it's like sort of a weird, strange sensation. And energies that he basically absorbed from using the Dragon Soul back in Cataclysm that sometimes affect his ability to use the elements. And he's been struggling with it all these years, but he realizes that maybe interacting with like a primal element in his story somewhere, right? They note that this, like, let's just say the touch of the Titans haven't had any interactions with the Titans, but he has via the Dragon Soul. And the Dragon Soul is a good sort of narrative callback at the moment because of the Dark Heart. You know, like the Dark Heart is definitely all sorts of energies, right? And empower Xalatath. And Thrall essentially was in Xalatath's role, but with the Dragon Soul, absorbing the Dragonflight's powers and using that as he willed in regards to stopping Deathwing. So it wouldn't be unusual, like I said, like microplastics. Thrall has been like slightly got Titanic microplastics inside of him in a weird way. But I have a story about that of like maybe Thrall having to like re-go a shamanistic journey basically and sort of energize his like connection to the elements via particular ways, whether that's talking to the primals, the primal elements, the elemental lords, and seeing their current reactions about the current sort of issues that Azeroth is undergoing, the fluctuations, that's a good word, the fluctuations that Azeroth is undergoing, and whether they can help him basically purge those last remnants of Titan energy out of himself. So that could be something there. Like, I know it's a bit of a stretch, but it's still something that can be dealt with, like if they're like, we really need a story in regards to Thrall and the elements, but we're struggling to find like that sort of connection. Sort of state the dynamics between the elements of Azeroth and how those conflict with the Titans. Note that Thrall has been in direct contact with Titanic energies by wielding the Dragon Soul, and he didn't realize that. And it's like, I sacrifice a little bit of my own connection to Azeroth unknowingly by wielding such a great power to finally, purge that sort of last remnants of Titanic energy from myself and reconnect fully with the elements. I must do this journey. There we go. Like I said, it's a bit of a stretch and it's a bit weak, but it's something,
I definitely think it can work.
Yeah, exactly. It's something rather than nothing. And the thing is that the Thrall experts and the Orc experts and the Shaman experts could definitely fill in that story that Thrall undergoes with that. Sometimes we make sacrifices and we don't actually know the lingering ramification of said sacrifices, or like wielding a great power, we don't know the ramifications of that, and like it still sort of intermingles all the powers of Azeroth and then reinforces the idea that the elements were never really friends with the Titans, like Azeroth is her own person. Really reiterate like that's why like Tyr had such issues like with when he was like looking at the proto drakes and being like, okay, certain elements are connecting with these proto drakes, but the Titanic influence with those sort of air quotes experiments, right, was the thing that was creating that sort of dissonance within them. And then that also links back to Akiradon too. So I don't know. It's like, how do we link Thrall to the Titans? Well, he helped the dragons initially with the Dragon Soul and their Titanic powers flooding into said Dragon Soul. Dragon Soul is related to the Dark Heart is related to Akiradon, the Akiradon is related to the elements are related to Thrall. So that's how I would do like
full circle.
the very it's like if I had like a pin board and I'm like, look, I needed to like relate Thrall to be the hero.
And toss Rathian in there for good measure.
Yeah, throw Rathian in there for good measure. He's going in there too. Anyway, but yeah, so like that's how I would do it. Not as like, I'm not, like I said, I'm no Orc expert or Shaman expert within actual lore and world building in World of Warcraft, but I think that a story like that would be able to integrate those elements of real good like Horde lore. You have the Horde's own.
That reminds me, have you done the Orc Heritage?
The Orc Heritage, I have not. I've got an Orc character though that I just leveled in time walking.
I really recommend doing it.
I'm going to be doing it because I've only heard good things about it.
I recommend anytime you see a character you don't know, just look them up on Wowpedia, and even if you don't directly experience their old stuff, you will appreciate how deep cut every single NPC is.
Yeah, in that, like I said, I just heard rave reviews about the Orc.
I've literally recommended people, if they want to get to know Orcs, legitimately just go do that and use that as a reference for important characters to read out about on the wiki.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I actually leveled that Orc in Remix because I was like, okay, I'm going to do some Orc stuff, let's fucking go. So I'm going to get around to that too. So
I would recommend the exact same thing for the Draenei Heritage too, because Draenei Heritage is basically the exact same caliber of every NPC you can ever imagine
has been
showing up for the finale of their story almost.
Yeah, and by the way, my very first character was a Draenei priest, and I've done that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, so there we go. And she still is one of my mains, by the way. But done the Draenei heritage quest, really, really liked it. It's exactly what you said, Paul. It was just a feast for lore and for respect of characters and callbacks to characters, and also examining a culture, a culture's people, how they sort of
they're
interact
perfect
with
stories in how they examine the cultures. They have a lot of callbacks. They do a really good job of wrapping up their story up until now and leaving 1,000 threads on stories to go in the future.
Exactly.
Because they really codify the existing themes of each race.
Yeah, and I'm going to say something uncontroversial. I think there should be Heritage 2.0s. I think they should keep on going.
Particularly for the poor BFA races who got really mad.
We're not going to talk about the Worgen one.
Well, not even just Worgen. Like, the ones I really feel the worst for are Gnome and, obviously, Gnome Band, a little bit biased, but Gnomes and Tauren, because...
Yeah, Tauren
was pretty bad. I did that one, and I was like, this is not great.
It's the issue is that it is a prequel to a Shadowland story that didn't happen. So, it's kind of just a prequel to nothing.
I'm yelling, I had a drink just there, I almost choked on my water.
And the other issue with the Gnome story, I think the story they got is neat, but it's also just a rehash of stuff that has happened before multiple times, and because it came out at the worst possible time, the Gnome heritage did not involve the Gnome's one character.
Yes, I know what you mean, yes. Oh my gosh, though. But we're just...
Like, especially, like, if you want to even start from the back, at the start of, like, do another one for dwarves, now that we've kind of reintroduced the dwarves into the story.
Yeah.
And then do another one for, like, blood elves to kind of reintroduce them as we head into Midnight, of, like, wrap up a lot of their themes from the Burning Crusade and onward, and set the stage for where they're going to be in Midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Do the goblins too at the moment, because the goblins do have that sort. And
I have some complaints about the goblin heritage in that it is technically non-canon. Worry about you're kind of trying to swindle Gallywix, but it came out in the same patch that Gallywix gets kicked out of the Horde. So he's not the leader anymore.
Don't pay attention to that, says the writers. This takes place in another alternate universe. But yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and
we don't want to talk about Worgen because they gave it another try and it wasn't really the best.
I'm gonna say, like, at least it opens up, and I think that could be something they could integrate into the actual, like, you know how we have, like, the adventure guide. They could literally have, like, people's journeys or something. It's like, what race are you within World of Warcraft? So would you like to experience that people's journey? Like, you go and do those quests, and you can either do them sequentially or, like, pick them up as you play an expansion. Like you said, they were supposed to be evergreen, so create a series of quests that are evergreen, that explores different aspects of each culture here on Azeroth.
Yeah.
People ain't going to whinge about that. I'm going to hold my hands up. Like, people aren't going to whinge about it as long as they're written with a sense of curiosity and care for said races. Like,
I think the heritage quests are really the only thing that kept people from going insane about the lack of Horde stuff in Dragonflight, because that orc heritage carried really hard.
Oh yeah, it carried very, very hard. So yeah, like, I think that's something that they may slightly underestimate, but, like, do more of that. Like I said, people love, like, also self-contained quests as much as, like, big expansive stories too. And, like I said, and you can entwine things in with those ones like that. Like I said, one about Thrall that I'm thinking about there, I just, like, thought it up one day. I was like, well, how do you include Thrall in a Titan plotline? Well, you have to be like, well, how have the Titans influenced him? I'm like, duh, do you remember Cataclysm? I know a lot of people wish they couldn't remember Cataclysm, but that happened. Thrall absorbed a lot of energy, and he summoned a golden dragon, which is full of order energy. Let me just say, I'm raising an eyebrow here. He summoned a gold dragon made out of titanic order energy. Thrall. We've got something here. We've got a connection. Even if you have to make some stuff up, it can still work. So, anyway. But, yeah. So, more heritage quests. More sort of patch. Like, it's okay to focus a patch on the Horde, too. Like, I'd love to have a Horde patch. I know there's, of course, whinges in every sort of thing, like in regards to like just the sheer thought of certain content. Now that's the sort of stuff you shouldn't listen to in a sense of like someone saying, "Hey, how about more Horde content?" And I'm like this. I love more content, just full stop. Give me it. That's good. I'd like that. So yeah, in regards to those.
No, I want less content. Give me less story.
Yeah, give me less content. I don't want any. I don't want any of this. Anyway, but yeah, like look at who needs that little bit of bolstering and provide content in regards to that. More heritage quests. We're all thumbs up in here. Love that stuff. Get a writer who's in, the team who's like, I really want to look at this, or like, how about if I just explore this tiny bit that I think that this culture would engage with. And thumbs up it. That's that spark that you need when it comes to writing those things. Much like writing characters, you need to have an interest in the character. Like I said, apart from the fast speed, you can definitely tell that a lot of the characters in the main story, the writers are like, I want to at least like consider things with this character. I want to engage their story and like what they've experienced and how I can apply that in their story. So anyway, there we go. There's my final bit, and I enjoyed those 2 chapters. Again, very fast. Again, but nothing there to complain about in a sense of the content that we're getting. Yeah, exactly.
Any final thoughts still, or should we wrap up for the night?
I think we can wrap up. Basically, I really enjoyed those quests. I'm very excited about the Earthen to the point where I am considering changing
I can't wait to make them.
Yeah, I definitely want to level a fresh one for the heritage armor, and I am considering changing my main priest character, Silriven, to an Earthen. That's how much I love them. So,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
What is she now?
She's a Draenei. She started out as a blood elf.
She's gone through
a lot of changes, yeah.
On this quest, preface. The quest we turned in whenever we did that recording at the last to Illyria, of like at the end of the Earthen all becoming the Unbound. Illyria's like, oh yeah, this is good. This is a great thing. There can be no more divisions like Horde and Alliance. We need to all come together. And then you can see the last line of this quest is little... You maybe look inward on that first, Illyria.
Illyria's like, no more division between the Horde and the Alliance. Except those fucking undead and those trolls. Fuck those guys. And you know what? The orcs too. Hate those guys. It's like, Illyria, come on. Okay, we start in this quest.
Okay.
Let's go. The widow Arachni sent word on one of those weave rats of hers. She has a lead that may be relevant to our course. She's invited us to investigate. All the training in the world is useless without knowledge of our enemy. Our own reconnaissance efforts in Ashka's Het has been met with, well, mixed results. As you recall, I admit I'm not keen on venturing down there again so soon. Fortunately, reinforcements have arrived with a capable spy master. Unfortunately, she is ... Well, you'll see. Who, Illyria? Who?
And you accept it.
Hey, girlfriend. Someone was just talking shit about you.
The Weaver has a lead that may be relevant to our cause. I would follow it myself, but...
You're busy. I get it. Just stay out of my way. Champion, meet me at the Weaver's lair.
I love how blunt Lillian is.
Yeah, I hope they never change that about Lillian.
Like, Illyria's trying to, like, word her way around things and make it kind of nice to hide her prejudices, but Lillian's just cut the bullshit.
Yeah, cut the bullshit. We don't like each other, but we need to do this. I like that with characters. I often say that. I do like characters who are like, look, we don't like each other, but at least we can respect each other's goals. And that's the thing with respect. You don't have to like someone.
Also, Illyria's like, oh, I'd go down there, but I embarrassed the fuck out of myself last time, so no thanks.
Man, arrows flying everywhere. I was just doing some stuff. Like I said, Illyria's story, like, I'm no mega rushed, and it's still a bit wonky and stuff, but at least it makes sense in a wider scale thing. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Ooh, we got an awakened here. Severed Threads Quartermaster. Who are you?
I'd imagine the Severed Threads Quartermaster.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I got distracted by her for a second. I never really noticed that she was awakened.
Oh, no. They weren't before.
Yeah.
They were, I have a screenshot of it, actually. They were a normal Nerubian
It's a normal...
prior to this chapter starting.
Oh.
See, if you look over there, now there's a new Quartermaster.
Yeah. Oh, does she? Is it the same
No,
Nerubian?
it's a
but she's
different
undergone
quartermaster now because
Okay.
now Yuteki is over here.
Lillian here is looking at her too, so this place reminds me of home. That's not necessarily a good thing.
And then Yuteki also has dialogue.
Yeah, it's really interesting too, by the way. Like she says, like some doors are open and some are closed, so yeah. I like how she isn't very bothered by it. She's like, it's interesting. You know, she's cool. She's like, you know what? I'm okay with a bit of plastic surgery.
Wait,
like,
are you guys on the quest A Spider's Eye View?
Oh, I haven't even turned in
Okay.
the first quest yet.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I'm gathering intel here. I will turn it in. There we go. Beneficial undertaking. I am now reading A Spider's Eye View. I have eyes in every crevice of the city, save one that has eluded me. The Transformatorium. The Transformatory? The Transformatory. The Transformatorium.
Transformatorium's a great name, though.
I was thinking of just like, I think there is something with the last sort of like ium on it over there. So anyway, it's the grounds of Ansarek's most precocious minions and treasured pets. It's where the ascension process was developed. I've only gotten my claws on it recently, thanks to dear Teki. Much of it remains uncomfortably shrouded. A more on-legs approach is in order. Place shadecasters to collect intel from my scouts. Then meet Yuteki and your own spy master, Voss, in a discreet corner of the district. Okay, cool.
No, wait, I'll fly the fitting mount for here because I went and got my flying.
Ooh,
oh
I
yeah,
did
we
that
all
too.
have spiders.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold
Sam,
on.
did you get
What
yours
is the name
too?
of it again? Yes, I did. Skitter, wasn't
Oh,
it?
you have a little baby pet. Oh.
Yeah, I found one. Or Sam showed me where one was.
Oh.
Yes, I know where one is. We can take port there too.
Oh.
Also, what's the name of that mount?
Swarmite Skyhunter.
Swarm. There we go. Okay, we all ready to go. And sorry, Taekwondo, you can't join our group.
Oh.
We're not fighting today. We're not fighting today.
I love how they push their wings back so far when you surge forward.
I know. And also I do love like almost the StarCraftian reference with a lot of these little guys.
They're even
too.
called
It's
Swarmites.
yeah, exactly. I was like, hey, StarCraft. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, we up or are we down?
Is it no up? Further? Further, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Where?
Oh no, it says oh.
Oh.
It is up.
It is up. No, it's up here. It's up here at the top.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Someone's just rambunctiously attacking me at the moment. Which was a bad idea. Okay, sorted the guy down here. Joining you guys up above. Okay, so where is it in here? Up, it says. Is it right on the ceiling?
Yeah, it's on top.
Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, we got a little cutscene for each one of these too.
Smuggling is common enough in the city, but from the maddening deep, unusual and concerning. I need to know where they're taking that bile.
I think we can imply that Ansarak is kind of onto the feeling that someone is working against her here a little bit. Yes.
And she's clearly only doing things with her Ascended now.
Yeah. Which, again, very smart storytelling. I like that. Of course. It's like, well, we don't want to make this character seem like she's a bit of a dummy, you know? Like, she is still a queen, and she's a queen who's kept control of stuff here. Also, from the maddening deep, are we definitely getting the Zoth vibes here?
Yeah.
More so than any other old god. It isn't the sort of like faded greys and whites of Cthulhu. It isn't the strange eerie greens of Yogg-Saron. So, tapping my head here. Okay, I'm up to my last one. Coming over to you guys.
This one's very interesting. Of like, oh, the Ascended just aren't being sent out into the city anymore.
Okay, cool. Like I said, I really like these Nerubian characters. They're quite interesting. And I like how they're working together too. You know, it's like, of course we'd be, you know, even if we don't see eye to eye, the enemy of my enemy is my friend here.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
We do all.
If you go talk to Yateki, she has more dialogue about what we're doing for this quest.
How does aggression for home pheromones work? They are experimental. Any true-born Nerubian who catches a whiff of them will become incandescently angry and feel compelled to attack. You see the utility in warfare, but also the potential for friendly fire. Ooh, spooky. Fell off a rickshaw, of course. Okay, so I'm having a feeling that they want to get rid of a lot of Nerubians. Okay, so creeping through the corridors, Lillian wants us to do some investigating, and Yateki wants us to access the labs here to get this more, to see where they're making this pheromone.
Oh,
okay, cool.
I don't know if this isn't necessarily relevant to what we're doing now, but there's an interesting, I think this is the right one, like a lore shadecaster way up here, where it shows on the map the eyeglass. Watching tiny,
yeah, there is.
Tiny baby self from below.
Oh, there is a shadecaster here. I, Nephris, Queen of Ankhet, will unspool my deepest thoughts. 3 times now, King Anubrak has demanded our empire intervene in matters to the north. The last diplomat he sent was webbed and dragged from the darkest reaches of my kingdom. Ankhet is strong, its people stronger still. We could perhaps turn the tide of battle were I to give the order to intervene. Yet I cannot lose a single soul to that frozen tundra far from our webs.
You need help? So
army of dead.
I'm not sure where you guys are. Oh, you're up.
Fly really high up. Yeah.
Oh no, I ran out of juice.
Oh,
I'll be
get
there in a minute.
Get on.
Thank you.
Anyway, interesting. I said the divide between, I can understand them being standoffish. Like I said, the Nerubians have noted their strength in like caring for their own. It's just really sad. I kind of feel sad for Anubrak, especially like how it all ended up for him and how the Nerubians of the North turned out.
Yeah.
Also, bring back the Malagos' true fucking visage form. He was a Nerubian, guys. He was a Nerubian. He wasn't that human form in that quest. Sindragosa in her human form should have been given some tongue to a Nerubian. I'm sorry. Monster fuckers rise up.
Also, it's funny that she says the army of dead has passed over Ashgahet. It makes it sound like this zone was meant for a very different region.
Yeah.
Because they are distinctly on the other side of the planet.
Also, Port, come up here, where I'm just sort of hovering around this little house way at the top here.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's actually, you can actually, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. Hop over this way. Just hop over these. And just walk through there.
That's really cool that you can actually... Someone just kept a poor little baby in a box?
Yeah, this poor baby was trapped in a box. We have now freed him to finally breathe oxygen again.
Are you showing Porter where the mount is? Or
no, where the little pet is.
I love the description. She'll try spinning. That's a good trick.
She does actually. She'll hold you in place.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, if you stand still for long enough, she'll start spinning and she'll like make a web and you'll get that web effect at your feet.
Yeah. Don't touch that. I'm not surprised. Also, doing the quest down here, Lillian notes that there's black blood in all of these vials down here.
Sorry, I'm having a really hard time following you guys. That my height perception is apparently very whack.
Like, this is whack and weird. Have we gone in here and collected our information from Lillian?
Oh, I think we already collected it up above.
Okay, cool. Oh, and maybe it only takes one person. Okay, let's go around here. But the black blood, that was specifically for Cthulhu, or was it?
No, they're just calling it black blood of the old gods.
Oh, shit. Oh, we can all tell this is old god stuff, even though, like, at the moment we're questioning whether this is void or old gods.
They're shipping these ascended to the front before they've got their wits about them.
Okay. So it seems like they're rushing the process at the moment.
I love how throwing it on the ascended is literally just go my attack scarabs.
Go my attack scarabs, let's fucking go.
Oh, how do we get the secretions?
Maybe it's like just a rarity too.
Oh no, my stupid tentacle decided to pull it.
Leg it, because if we run far enough, it will just let us go.
Oh.
I've been trying it out. Yeah, I've been messing with the guards a little bit. Oh shit.
Sam's been rebellious.
Hold on, where is she? I've been rebellious? Where is she? Go to sleep. Okay, let's keep running. I'll run this way. So I can sort of get on my mount. There we go. You see how we can reset it, basically? If we just run a little bit far enough.
It's still chasing me.
Still chasing you.
Okay,
Keep running,
now
Paul.
it resets.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, so yeah, it seems these are just low drops.
Yeah, so we just have to keep on. I bet we only have to pick it up once, though. Okay, where is this last engagement here in one of the labs? Is it in here?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
First Ascendant's Prison, which is a very important name, I think.
Very interesting. First Ascended. Okay, where is she? Oh, sugar lumps. Oh, she's a big girl. Hello.
My blades stay sharp.
Can I go over and see her?
Do not linger.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh.
That's
I
cool
scared me for a
reactivity.
second then. Oh, she's roaring, but isn't hurting me. Okay, that's cool.
That's fun interactivity, though.
Yeah. That is, like I said, I really like the design of that. Very Beetle-esque.
Oh, also, I love how, ever since Cataclysm, they still use the exact same visual effects for when Lillian kills something, just to always show the trail of corpses behind her.
Yeah.
They've
Well,
still
she knows
never
what she's
explained
all
where she
about.
got those shadow powers, but she always uses
Yeah.
the same exact spell effect, even though it's 14 years old. I think it's great.
Also-
It's a good, like, every time you see it, you know, this is Lillian.
You know, you're like Lillian time. Okay, found some dudes. Oh, hold on. Found some dudes. Whoa, shit. Don't come over to me. One of the guards is causing argy-bargy with me. Oh, shit, again. Wow, there's a lot of guards around here, and like... Oh, there we go. Got all the secretions. Let's go turn this in. Next to Big Boy Supremo. Some real intrigue here. Hey, Lillian. So Lillian says we've got a new objective. Figure out what Ansorex's plans are for this thing. We'll find our answers within the laboratory of the Grand Splicer. I'd bet my blades on it. I scouted a maintenance hatch on the roof that you can grapple up to. Techie brewed up some weird concoction they claim will get us the proper clearance on the inside. Yuck. Meet you in there. Come on, Lillian. Like, the Forsaken have really weird juices.
Yeah. You're not one to talk.
Yeah, you're not one to talk. We're all full of weird juices here, and especially undead. Forsaken, just love the juices. Okay.
No, we don't need to use the grapple. We can just fly.
Yeah.
Oh, it really is just a big hatch.
Ooh. Cool. Oh, I like this. I said I actually like the museum roofs.
Oh, I love
on
this
sort
mural.
of thing. Oh, that
yeah,
mural.
This is
Now,
amazing.
again, it's like, is this N'Zoth with Belladar?
Well, I will say, you've seen this mural before.
We have?
In the Threads of Destiny cinematic about Ansorex.
Oh, yeah, where she's walking past it. Yes.
Ah.
You see, like, other than the very large eye in the center, this doesn't look like N'Zoth.
No,
But
it's
it
totally
does
the
at
wrong
same-
shape.
Yeah, it's totally the wrong shape. He's round.
But, like, these are all
It's like-
really Karaji underneath.
Yeah.
Would this be like a Nerubian's interpretation of N'Zoth? Or how N'Zoth would present
Why are
himself
you
to
thinking that?
Nerubians?
Or whether N'Zoth was like... Have the old gods become corrupted over time? Oh, shit. Oh, this
Yeah.
starts the cutscene.
Yeah, this
There
is
we go.
playing the cutscene that played.
Yeah, I was like, woohoo!
So
There we go. Oh. So during all of that, as we can see, like Lily and Yateki were talking, they were like, ruminating on all the unusual things, like the experiments, like obviously the link to old gods, stuff like that. Like I said, I really like this odd dynamic between Xalatath not being an old god, but clearly there's some old god influence here. So it's like, is Xalatath using the old gods as much as she's using like the players as well? We don't really know. Using them to her ultimate final goal here.
Yes.
I wouldn't put it past her from what I can feel basically with this. She would probably see it as like something that can be used to forward her plans too. However, do the old gods have their own plans here?
Are you gonna click it, so?
I just clicked it and started the cinematic. Sorry, I clicked on the
Oh, it's
rope
okay.
by accident to.
Oh.
You're like, out, in, out, in. But yeah, like that mural, I'm going to say that is N'Zoth for now. But I'm going to give a other idea is it kind of looks like all the old gods combined.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of a generic one. I don't think it's one in
Yeah.
particular. But I will say,
It's
I think the more important point is obviously the big crystal thing. Because if you watch the cinematic, guess where Xalatath's portal pops out of? Right in the middle of that big crystal thing.
Yes. And we know that is supposed to, I think that is supposed to represent Belladar.
Probably.
Shape, yeah. Like I said, and my feeling that is, I mean, I said a Draenei ship before, but like in our other video, but I'm thinking it's definitely a Naru ship, or at least a Naru cocoon. Like it's something holding a very powerful Naru who's maybe bonded a little bit with Azeroth's energies, I'm guessing, because the twisting between light and shadow has been noted by Naru. So, and they're not really beings of, like you said, Port, they're not really beings of light or shadow, but a combination of both, much like Belladar's doing at the moment. So, but I guess that harnessing that power, especially if it's a Naru who's maybe been absorbing the energies of Azeroth herself, would be incredibly powerful. Especially if one wanted to charge one's doohickey to get more power. Yeah. You guys watching the cutscene, by the way?
I'm just recording it just in case I want to have it for the edit. It's almost over. Part of me still wishes that the Ilaria cinematic was done in this style because I just really love it so much.
Yeah. So I just realized in the quest text, Yateki is also non-binary.
Oh.
Ah, there we go. Excuse me, Yateki, for saying "Let's go, girl" before.
Oh.
Let's go, my compadre. Notably, yeah, I can see the. I mean, we could argue that the length of the Ilaria cutscene could make up for the other 2D animated cutscenes, but this is just me tinfoil hatting a little bit here. Though I do think that Blizzard's had to watch cost, and now this isn't any sort of unknown with Microsoft's acquisition, but you can definitely, like I said, you can tell by the collector's edition, the anniversary edition, actual physical collector's box being made into one item.
Yeah.
The cinematic being a lot shorter, the actual like high resolution graphics, like the one that shows like Faerun and everyone being much shorter. Like it's literally only a blink at those like characters like the Earth and doing things. I feel like there's been some cost cutting in certain areas.
Yeah.
So they've had to find cheaper alternatives in regards to that, and I'm not blaming the devs for that. It must kind of suck a bit with that they can't like go as hog wild as they usually used to. I've noticed it a little bit with physical merchandise too with Blizzard. Oh, however, this still means they can have a Swiss orchestra play the music. So I mean, no, like, and that $2,000+ Ilaria statue. No, Barisa. No, Valeria. There we go. Sorry, God.
Valera.
Elves. Valera. Valera statue, which is
But that one's not
approximately
officially
about-
licensed, to be fair.
Yeah, it's actually what it is a third-party contract. Like I said, that's how that one has been made, and the
Still
Rathian
frustrated about the
one's
Rathian
been
one.
cancelled. Yeah, that was going to be in-house, notably with like Blizzard's usual statue makers, like the Thrall one, the Arthas one that they have at the moment. The Varisa one.
It's so frustrating because you know they're eventually going to
Cleric.
make an Anduin one, and I would have loved to have that pair.
Yeah, exactly. And my Anduin one that I've shown off is bootleg. So it's not actually a real statue made by Blizzard. But the thing is that much like the Valeria one that they've done at the moment, it's done via a third-party contract, and they will be making that design a good year in advance. So they would have actually commissioned that.
Look, her name actually changes now.
Oh, hold on. I'm turning in my quest too. We all ready to go?
You don't even need to turn in yet. Her name just changes on the NPC.
Oh.
You just say the first descended.
Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Spoilers.
Well, that's what she just spoils. The techie says that in the quest.
Yeah, she does.
It's weird. The cinematic they show doesn't actually explain this, which is kind of weird. We kind of just hear Yuteki say it.
Yes. Like, what happened to Queen Neferess? And notably though, like in the actual spoken dialogue in that quest, like we'll need to assess our options on this, and then this is like definitely, yeah, this is Queen Neferess. This is what's happened to her. Okay. Ensorek, that worm, that witless, gutless little... Techie growls under their breath, struggling to maintain their composure. If this is what has become of Neferess, we must free her. She is still our queen. My mistress will know what to do. When the Weaver discovers what they've all done, there will be no crevice deep enough for her to escape her wrath. Okay, destroy Neferess's shackles. Should we?
Apparently, we're nice friends. You have to get the chemicals first.
I am in agreement with Lillian at the moment.
You can talk to her as an option.
Oh.
So, if you come talk to her, or talk to them before you do the leg thing, you can say, convince Yuteki this is a bad idea.
Now, hold on. I can talk to Yuteki. This doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh, she pushes you out the way. Wow.
Oh, so you can have them do it instead of you do it for. So you can still have some player agency of refusing to do this very dumb idea.
Yeah. Because, like, I would not do this. She does not seem to be quite aware. Can I do it again? Please just think about this. She does keep on knocking you back. So you're like, I want a bit of chaos. Go my attack, Nerubian.
Oh, did they fix it?
I feel bad for her.
They did fix it, thank God. Okay, the cutscene works.
Nice. Oh, you can keep on refusing, but I'm going to help her. Fine, if you're already that far in.
Oh man, that shot of Xal'atath really genuinely creeped me out. Her eye was just like so perfectly round. I think that's the first time that Xal'atath's like legit. Oh yeah, this is the first time she's like legit creeping me out. Just that.
Yeah.
That creepy eye effect. Oh my god. I'm gonna be seeing that in my nightmares tonight.
Yeah.
This morning, whatever.
Yeah, this morning.
Oh no, poor Guts the bat.
No.
No, actually, hold on. This is gonna. Oh. That's gonna sound weird. I'm gonna go. I want to record that cutscene on my own with my character, so I'm gonna go abandon that and do it again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
go for it.
Oh, it actually teleports you. Good.
This is far from over.
That's new. When you abandon a quest before a cutscene, it actually teleports you back to the other area.
Yeah.
Oh, Xal'atath has her old model in the pop-up.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, she did.
That's funny.
She's like, hold on, I'm feeling very low poly for a second. Oof.
Her
okay.
She uses like the. Oh
now
my god.
Terrifying.
She's doing a cackling. Oh, I like this though. This is very like high stakes here. This is cool.
Yeah, it just dropped us into combat, Porter, so we're going.
Oh, yeah. Oh god.
You are a worm. She will devour everything.
I won't turn it in just yet, just in case we can just all help out with beating your techie's ass again. But yeah, that's very, very interesting though. Very interesting. And this is actually a lot more intimidating, I think, for Zalatath. And it's good that they predicted all of this, because it's like, duh, they would predict this. Like, of course we'd come snooping and probably find this out in the end.
I will say, for once, they used the horridly bug-eyed Blood Elf model to its advantage by making her look creepy.
I'm making her look very off-putting here. Yeah, exactly. I like that. That's really cool. I think that was a good idea. And also, Zalatath's voice actress is having the time of her life, I had to say. Very good voice acting, though, for all of this expansion. I'll give huge props again. The voice actors always really do bring the all.
Oh, so some of them are being mind controlled, but not all of them.
Could one even make a joke about assuming direct control of these bug people? And Mass Effect fans out there, if you catch that very clearly obvious and cheesy reference, yeah. So obviously can assume direct control of Ascended, so it must be something that Zalatath can do in regards to maybe the
Black blood,
malleability, of the black blood, which is making my eyebrow raise over the old god connection. Okay, Lillian's like. Okay, just got to walk away from Lillian a little bit here. Okay, Lillian, what to do next? We lost your techie, don't worry. We can worry about how of it. We can worry about the how of it later. Right now, we need to worry about taking them down before they make things worse. I guess Zalatath. Oh, wait, I didn't pick up the quest. No wonder I'm like just laughing here. I've got a killer now too.
Did you guys already do the charges?
The charges? Nah, not yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I just realized I've been standing here. My quest, I was like ready to.
Oh, yeah, I already did it. So I'm now on a different page.
Yeah. I didn't even realize. I thought we just had to fight it straight away. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh. I did the exact same thing. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
No, don't worry. We're both gone. So now Lillian's carrying a body away. Okay, so we're hopping on our mounts and we're going up north. Okay, so our next quest are Go Loud and Manufactured Mutiny. There we go. So Go Loud. So much for keeping this operation quiet. At least now that our cover's blown, we can really mess things up. Let's go, Lillian. They're hauling weapons across the southern bridge. Basically, Lillian wants to blow the bridge sky high. Manufactured Mutiny. We don't have the firepower to dismantle their whole manufacturing operation, but we do have the anger pheromone. So basically, we're going to use some chemical warfare here and slay the siege marshal. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go murder.
Let's go murder some people.
Oh, someone beat us.
No!
Oh, but we can still put the bombs.
Yeah. Let's place our bombs down here.
Oh, that's cool. The visualization of like how we're planting these bombs.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, with all the cobwebs and stuff. Yes. Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, the webs is like kind of the threads for the explosives. Very nice.
My own army, spineless.
I think you're all spineless. You're spiders.
Yeah, you've all got, what are they called? Exoskeletons. Come on, guys. None of you have spines. Okay. Where is the Royal Quartermaster? I love how it's just like this tiny little guy. It'd be really funny if it is just this tiny little guy. It's just the beetle.
Tiniest quartermaster in the world. Oh, he is tiny, though.
He is tiny, but he's not a beetle. Very sad. Nice. Okay.
Oh.
Also,
God, that's very well timed. Because I have Zalatath transmogged. When I just killed that quartermaster, she whispered, "Did you feel it cease to exist?"
You're like, Zalatath, leave me alone. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it actually
Yeah,
does, it actually is
she's
just a chain bomb.
Yeah.
It goes all the way down too if you look in the distance.
Wow! Hold on, I need to see this from the air. Oh yeah, it is! Oh, it's all lit up like bloody
That's good
4th
detail.
of July. That is cool. That's good use of like different phasing too. I really like that. Like I said, they've done an impeccable job with the surrounds and like the phasing for a lot of these things. I said absolutely no complaints about the technical aspects of a lot of these things. Yeah, the sound hasn't been working, but on a sliding scale of bad things that could happen, that's, you know, on the smaller scale, I'd say. Irritating, but not game breaking. Okay, so go loud. Turning that in. Convoy is in shambles. And we've delayed them, so there we go. Hey Lillian, next quest, let's see. Okay, I could hear those explosions from here. That'll buy us some time. Maybe even be relieved if this had gone less poorly. Iteki is secured in the back, where they can't overhear anything. Whatever Zalatath did hasn't worn off yet.
I wonder if we can go find them.
Ooh. Ooh.
I told her about Iteki and the convoy.
Before we talk to the Weaver, I want to go find Iteki.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in the inn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick nosy here, just in case.
Oh, they're
At
over
least you can
here.
see
They're in a cage over here.
Oh, they're in a cage! Nice touch.
Oh yes, and they do have dialogue.
You will all bleed for her as your blood is as dark as mine.
Oh, there's a really interesting one if you keep unclicking and clicking back on them.
Can you not see the doom suspended above the world? It is nearly eclipse source. Very interesting. Let me free. Let me free. We will all die together in this bliss.
I wonder if the thing above the world is Beladar?
Maybe.
Or is it the Argus Red Star?
Argus Red Star? It could be the above the world though.
Well, the Red Star is above the world.
Yeah, the Red Star is. I'm just having a rumination if there's anything else. I think those are our two
Also,
best
the
options.
next
Either
expansion being
Beladar-
called Midnight.
Yeah, true. An eclipse as well, noting, like she says, an eclipse of the power here.
Evil Alune confirmed.
Evil Alune? I was on a court board with all the strings between it. You do not know power as I know power, just a sip of honey poison.
Yeah, I think we can go back to the Weaver now.
Yeah. The eclipse part is very interesting, though, and the location of said power. I'm going to say Beladar for now, but I like the Red Star theory, too. Okay, so let's talk to the Weaver.
I'll be Nephris. My queen lives? No. As you described it, she is but a shell of herself. It would have been better if they just killed her.
You're wrong.
Am I? One monster has sympathy for another.
True death is the end of the story. Anything before that is workable. Let's go, champion.
I really like the way Lillian phrased that.
I love that line so much. I think the perfect encapsulation of Forsaken ideology.
Yeah,
I agree.
That is really good.
That was unexpectedly delightful.
Okay, and now we got to go back to Ilaria at the Causeway. Let's go, gang.
Let's see if I can remember where this portal is. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. This portal is very, very handy, by the way, because I was
so
actually
glad
that's one
it
of my
exists.
concerns. Yeah, it's one of my concerns for this expansion. I was like, damn, you have to go through other zones to get to a zone, and then they're like,
It's still
no,
a little
portal.
annoying getting to Halifall, though.
Yeah, Halifall's kind of in the middle. I don't mind making my... I do love the trip there, though, I have to say. Very
Oh
beautiful.
yeah. At least my mage, I can just set my Hearthstone there.
Report, boss. What's down there?
Black blood. They're hauling it up to Hallowfall. And you won't like this.
Okay. So they're hauling the black blood up to Hallowfall. Interesting.
Surely for no reason at all.
Surely for no reason at all. Don't you worry about it. Okay, sure. So last sort of quest here. You said this one's rather brief, didn't you, Paul?
I don't know about brief. It's just inconsequential. It's actually
Okay,
not brief, which is annoying.
Oh, right.
We
Should
may want to
maybe
end
leave-
now, yeah.
Yeah, let's end now and then use this one as the last half of the quest.
Tuesday is when the chapter comes out, but we have another week until the raid, so we have time to do both.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that the ending of the raid, because by not next Tuesday, but Tuesday week, we'll know the concluding cinematic.
Yeah.
And I think that will sort of conclude all of the story for now until November, basically. Well, I'm predicting end October. That's because I'll try and make it go a little bit faster because it's the first patch. So, yeah, I think that's a good way to kind of call it there. Just the sort of conclusion all in our next video, this quest.
Yeah.
Like, spend a good day on it. I'm actually very, very intrigued where this first patch will go. I'm actually genuinely a bit like, where is it going? I'm quite excited. Dare I say I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I know. Anyway, but yeah, that brings up some interesting questions too with the Black Blood, which obviously everything is going around Belladar, and I think that's why so much importance is placed in Hallowfall too. Like, we're all sort of meeting at that big crystal, and I think in the meantime the raid will obviously be like put a force to Ansarek's like major forces, but it's a little bit of a distraction while Xaloteth, goes directly towards the crystal. Yeah. So, very excited for next time. And also, good job, everyone. Like, we cleared that. And I think, can I just say again, too? Like, I'm enjoying these quests. I think that was really good. I think Lillian worked perfectly there, Like, I know, too, they're being very sly and they made it Lillian rather than Shaw. I like that, and I think that Lillian works a lot better with.
I do also wish we could have gotten Belmont here too, because he's kind of shafted, and he's supposed to be the spy master, but they're kind of just using Lillian for that, anyways. Which I get. She's the main Forsaken character now. I understand that, but I want to see him do some stuff too.
Yeah, they could have had a little force of Forsaken just then, and it wouldn't have taken away, I think, from the story there. And I think it would have resonated a lot with the Forsaken too, in the idea of like the Forsaken, could be thralls to like the Lich King and stuff like that, and the idea would scare them that.
Especially because Belmont is one of the classic ones, whereas Lillian is not.
Yes, exactly. So I think maybe showing the thrall aspect still like unnerving. Also, Spinner's spinning a web on Syl here. We just saw that just then. Go, little guy, go. But yeah, like that sort of connection with what the Nerubians are going through at the moment, and that connection to the Forsaken and their previous feelings of like being controlled and stuff like that works really well. It's a shame it was just Lillian, but I think Lillian works fine.
Yeah, I love Lillian. I have my critiques of Lillian, but I love Lillian as she is now, and I'm very glad she's kind of one of the Horde characters they're introducing. I hope this is their way of introducing her to the players in order to use her more in future story, because she is a really good Forsaken character that you can put pretty much anywhere.
I gotta say, like, during Dragonflight, I wasn't one of those people who was like, oh, this story is a little too trite. There's, like, not a lot of stakes here. But now, kind of, like, I'm really enjoying the story of this expansion unexpectedly. And in retrospect, now I kind of see what people were saying. Like, Dragonflight had a lot of good story in it.
Dragonflight is also that Dragonflight wanted the appearance and the vibes of no stakes or low stakes, but it wasn't low stakes. It was still Rock wants to blow up the world with the World Tree, and Ridicron wants to remake the world with all the Infinite Dragon stuff, and Razagath wants to remake the world in Elemental Storms. They're still end of the world disasters, but it was very much overshadowed by them wanting the adventure archaeology vibes. You're on a nice trip, family.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. It was a bit conflicting with what sort of message
It feels much more
wanted to
cohesive
send.
here about the stakes being set.
Yes, and the thing is that I think WoW could do a low threat expansion, but it would need a lot of like really engaging fun stuff. They would have to like look away from like doing like combat systems and instead introduce like a whole new, like kind of like pet battling or dragon riding.
Imagine
Kind of
introducing pet battling into the main story quest.
yeah. That will teach those PvP. Anyway, like laughs aside, you'd need to introduce like, a mechanic that would be very, very dynamic, and I think I'd actually make it more of a dungeon/raid focused expansion, but more for the funsies. But like, it would be a bit more trickier to pull off, and I feel like Dragonflight went halfway, but it didn't have enough cohesion, and then the story was still like it still was world ending, like you said, Port. So. But it didn't feel like it was like world ending, but everyone was still meandering about. You know what I mean? It was a little bit like I feel like an urgency with this. I'm like, shit, man, like Xelata's clearly
The faction showing up feels like it makes sense because the expansion established that this is a large scale threat, whereas the faction showing up at the end of 10.2 felt like, oh, okay, you guys are here now, I guess. I'm glad you guys got the memo.
It felt like so many letdowns, Dragonflight, in a sense of story. It was like, no, it's going to be really epic and cool, guys. And it was like, whether it's like character writing issues or pacing issues.
To end on a positive note, this was vast improvements, I think.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I think this chapter and the next one are a tad bit disjointed, particularly the next one. I do think the flow of the whole campaign has been so much more massively improved, and I'm really excited to see the final chapter on Tuesday.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm rubbing my little hands together here. Whether it's going to be, I'm feeling it's going to be a lead in to the actual raid and be like, look, we have to make a choice. Like, you guys go do this, but I feel like it's going to split up our forces. It's like heroes. You guys go and deal with the Nerubians, while Ilaria goes and deals with something else. And I'm winking right now. So I think that's clever. I think that's a clever way of splitting up the player characters as to the actual like important NPCs. So clever. It's like split our forces because we can't do everything at once. Heroes, you take our major forces, and we'll just keep an eye on this other character that's up to other shenanigans right now. So that's cool. I like that. I think that's a good idea. And agreed with both of you. The pacing's been far better, and like the scope of this has been far more interesting than
pacing is still wonky, but the
flow
has been better.
The flow has been better. That's a good way of putting it. The pacing's still weird, too fast. But the flow and the ideas have a lot more I'd say they have a lot more direction behind them. They know what they want to do.
I really hope it flows into a more cohesive patch story as well, because I didn't dislike the base story of Dragonflight, but it was dulled by the fact that past 1007 with the Forbidden Reach, it really felt like we were just jumping from plot beat to plot beat randomly just to quickly resolve them and move on. And I really hope they don't do that with The War Within, because especially with such a vastly different locale and different premise as Midnight, we're going to need some good proper lead-in, not just a tiny sub-patch focusing on Illyria and Xalatath like we did with this one, because I feel like we could have gotten a lot more lead into The War Within to make the fall of Dalaran feel a bit more deserved.
Yes, massively so. I think that's another thing with Dragonflight. If they would have used it as almost the prologue to this sort of like 3 expansion experience that they're going to provide, it would have been actually really, really good. But unfortunately, like I said,
it's a wild idea, but I feel like if Dragonflight had gotten another patch, I still think a Mirror Soul would have been the ending, but if there's like a 0.2 patch, I feel like they should have written in some way to bring Dalaran temporarily to the Dragon Isles, like sitting off the south coast behind the Azure Archives and involved in the story in a major way to properly set up for new players the importance of this city, the reasons why they should care about it, not just people who've played Legion and Wrath and Warcraft 3. And
I'm gonna say something controversial. As much as I love Pandaria Remix and stuff like that, and Plunderstorm, I like Plunderstorm's rewards. I would have preferred maybe like a one boss raid to provide a little bit of like emphasis, like you said, have something Dalaran related than the stuff that we got to make it flow better to this expansion. Because I didn't like the starting quest with Dalaran.
It doesn't help that people's last impression of Dalaran is Jaina doing ethnic cleansing before.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they would have introduced like, okay, Dalaran's come here for some reason. I'd actually
we had the Kirin Tor in the expansion. They just didn't do anything. Like Khadgar is there, but he's just there, and he's supporting his kind of boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly though, and it just needed some sort of tie-in a little bit smoother. Like I feel like if I ruminated on this for a couple of hours, I could actually come up with some sort of like vaguish plot for them.
Well,
but,
hey,
like,
maybe Vectros and that big thing.
Yeah,
that just never gets brought up again.
You know, got me there with the blue dragonfly. Yeah, true. So yeah, maybe they had something like slightly planned, but I think, like you said, Port, they needed to have some sort of like smoother transition into this expansion that would have like really tied us in with Dalaran a bit better than that. Like I said, I was actually worried when I did that Dalaran quest before we started on the War Within story, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then I was like, oh, this is actually really enjoyable.
The
what the
quests
hell?
themselves are really good. It's just they didn't really get led up to very well, or followed up very well.
I'm hoping by the end of this expansion, there's some really good follow-in to
That's what I mean.
Midnight.
Hopefully, I think if anything, the Kirin Tor and the aftermath of what happened to Dalaran would be the best flow, because the two biggest sub-factions of the Kirin Tor are the Sun Reavers and the Silver Covenant. And if you want to use the aftermath of what happened to Dalaran, now that we've settled the Nerubian threat, we've rescued all the people from Dalaran, maybe next patch use that opportunity to set up where the Kirin Tor is at now. Show where their surviving Council of Six members are, if any. Show what Aethys is up to. Have Arisa show up. Have these characters show up and address the loss of their city, address the loss of their government, and figure out where to go next as a segue into what we're going to see in Midnight with the elf reunification stuff.
It's the camera zooming in on my face. Karazhan 3! We're gonna read it. We're gonna go into Karazhan. Guys, hear me out. This is a good idea. Mops, brooms, feather dusters. We're cleaning this bad boy up. Then we're lifting this bad boy out of the ground.
Let's bring Medivh back.
You can get extra angst. Instead of Echo of Medivh, it's Echo of Khadgar.
Oh. Yes. Laughs aside, that's actually a good flow. And ironically enough, I wouldn't mind like a final patch of this expansion just dedicated to leading into Midnight. I think that would actually be kind of cool.
Or we get the Echo of Medivh and the Echo of Khadgar are finally together, reunited.
Oh, that'd be nice. Well, I mean, we did get the literal versions of them reunited in Legion.
True,
and then he decides to turn into a bird again and fly off.
He's like, God, and Khadgar's like, oh, come on. But yeah, like, I like this, and I think that hopefully the pacing for the next two expansions is a lot smoother with that lead-in, because Dragonflight to this, it's been kind of jarring almost. I'm a bit like, whoa!
Dragonflight is in this weird position where it doesn't really feel like the conclusion or the start of anything, but it's trying to be both, where Yggdrasil is this unavoidable continuation of Shadowlands, so you can't say it's a fresh start for real, because the max level stuff starting from the beginning of max level in 10.0 is about Yggdrasil. It's about the Night Elf plot. It's about BFA. And it ends on that too. But then it also isn't a clean cutoff of, okay, this is just the epilogue to the whole arc since Legion, because it also has the Eridicron and Darkheart stuff to set up this expansion, which is very important. So it's this weird middle ground where it's not really either. And I don't know how we're going to view it in like 8 years.
Yeah, exactly. I know people are like, oh my god, Dragonflight was a good expansion. I just say that like
Dragonflight was an expansion.
Yeah, it was an expansion, I think, and I think people remember it fondly because it was nice.
Gameplay-wise,
visuals
it
and
was
some
massive.
good
It was
gameplay.
such a breath of fresh air after how oppressive Shadowlands felt in like Torghast, and just it was that might be mostly why I think of it as like
I'm perhaps the one person on the planet who actually unabashedly loves Torghast. But even despite that, yes, Dragonflight was such a good setting shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah, massively so.
So far, Dwarven has been a very big step up from what was already a step up from Shadowlands with Dragonflight. And hopefully they will just continue that. Hopefully they've learned the lesson, because they've already said in some ways they learned the lessons of the mistakes they made with 10.2.5, 10.2.6, 10.2.7. And hopefully that also applies to all of the patches, because I think some of the issues of 10.1.5 and 10.1.7 are really underappreciated, of how we kind of just abruptly cut off the Black Dragon stuff at the end of 10.1, and then just, okay, now it's Bronze Dragon stuff now. No segue, no nothing. It's just, okay, that's the next thing. We're just left with this teaser at the end of the patch of, okay, and Amir Drasil is the next major patch. Coming soon, TM. And there's no narrative flow there. It's just the end of the Bronze Dragon stuff is, okay, Amir Drasil still next. Coming soon, TM. And then 10.1.7 is still just, again, Amir Drasil is next. Coming soon, TM. And it's just...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not... Yeah, I feel like, you know what it felt like, Dragonflight, a little bit to me? That they did want to set some things up for, like, the future, but they thought they were cooking with Rathian, but they exploded the kitchen, and then they were nervous. Like they were like, "Oh shit! Well, this is a bust. We need to sort of like finish off like those sort of plot lines." It felt like they want to use the dragons in the future, but they just didn't really know how.
It did feel like
do it.
the main setup was supposed to be a Ridicron for this expansion, and
yes,
the change of larger scale plans made them change their mind as to the scope of the villain. And I do think Xalatath works much better for this story, but you can feel how a Ridicron very abruptly exits the story in 10.2.5, and it's just he almost looks at the camera and says, "Don't expect me until the Last Titan."
Because yes, it's like, okay, fine. It's very, like you said, it sets stuff up.
Like it was trying to both set things up and conclude plots, but it didn't fully commit to either. So it feels like this awkward worst of both worlds middle ground where nothing was really said in it, and the aspects are in this awkward position where they are now like, oh, they're empowered by Azeroth herself, and now they're just going to be bureaucrats.
Yeah.
And oh, Amir Drasil is apparently what woke up Azeroth for the Radiant Song, but also not at all, because that has to do with Xalatath stuff and the Harbinger of the Void stuff. So it also didn't do anything. It just happened to give Thrall and Jaina some flashes of what was going to come next patch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little bit, we're sort of scratching our... It was a very... Like I said, I think they wanted to do something with the dragons, but most of that was setting it up for the far future. It's like, well, we need the dragons with the powers back for this, right? So they had to make up some plot lines, and people were like, well, how about if we do something with Rathian, which was not well planned out. Oh, we need to do something with the Bronze Flight, because we've already like said that Nostromo is going to die, and then they were like, oh, we don't want him to die. So it felt like they were just throwing a whole lot of little things in there, but not really... Not with that massive
The patches really just felt like
idea.
really rapid fire conclusions to plots rather than what we're getting now, where it is conclusions to arcs of a plot and then setting up for the next. Like Anduin, we've kind of, as much as it wasn't the most ambitious, we've concluded his at his lowest, hate myself, I don't think I'm worth anything point of his arc. But now we're setting up the road to recovery for him. I will say, it's the first time in a very long while that I am excited unabashedly for the next encrypted chapter instead of in terror.
Dreading it.
Pretty much ever since BFA, I've just been in this constant state of, oh god, who are they gonna fuck up next? And I think Dragonflight base story offered a brief respite, but then the patch has happened, so it's kind of continued that. And this is the first time where I'm not dreading that. I'm more excited to see what they're going to do with Xalatath, excited to see what they're going to do with Beladar, what they're going to do with the Nerubians, and how that's going to lead into whatever comes next with the goblins, with the Heronir, with Orwena, and how whatever that is could possibly tie into all that's going to happen in Midnight.
Yeah, I would say I'm definitely in that boat too. I am not dreading the next story that comes across as much as I'm trying to temper my expectations. I've enjoyed what's come so far, and I'm kind of looking forward even to seeing like what is going to happen with Anduin.
I will say the Goblin and Heronir stuff has me some trepidation, because while I like the premises, I worry it might end up another Zerlet Cavern where it's, okay, we have this very forward narrative ending at the end of the base story, and then the first patch is just totally unrelated to anything to do with that, and it's just, oh, here's this detour with these side characters that, as much as I wish the Black Dragons weren't side characters, they were side characters.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they were.
And just total detour with these side characters doing a totally unrelated thing in this random area. And by the end, we just realized, okay, this was kind of just stalling for time. And now the actual plot's going to pick up. I hope whatever Xalatath is involved with there has more of a through line, particularly with like the Black Blood, because they've made it clear this is encroaching on areas of those roots the Heronir are protecting. So I hope, while the location is probably related to the Undermine and Goblins and these great roots the Heronir are protecting, that it is more just a new setting for the same conflict and not a distraction.
I think that's a good way of putting it too, Paul. It's not just a distraction, but it's like an actual cohesive idea here. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, well,
I think that's a good conclusion. I think that's a good way to end this on too.
Until next time, we'll be dealing with more goblins next time, and
more goblins. Yeah, we're just speaking about goblins. Then you're like trepidation. Anyway, it's goblin time. So, gang, thank you so much for joining again. I mean, this part of our story is going to be put onto our other video, but like, yeah, next time we'll get up to those sorts of shenanigans. And thank you everyone for listening too.
Yeah, thank you for listening.